Sorry guys, my eyes are a little bit watery still. Trying to stop this from there, a little bit. It's got a lot better. Oil in a bag of piss. Boil in a bag of piss. Boil in a bag of piss. Fucking crying now. Yeah, I've had enough. Tonka, 1983. Hello, Tonka. Hello, Tonka, got a new motor. Hello, Tonka. Remember that? Hello, what is it called? Lexi said, wasn't it? Hello, got a new motor. Hello there, got a new motor. Dr. Martin Boots. Dr. Martin Fruit Ricardo. I'm only come on because of you fucking pestering me, yo. Bullying me. You and your pal fucking peacock. I wasn't going to come on because my fucking eye was killing me. I badly slept all night. And put my head out the window for about 30 minutes a day. Fucking burnt myself in the sun. Fucking red hot it was. I had to keep my eyes shut because the wind was blowing in my eyes, so I don't want to get my eyes more running. That's nearly gone now, look. Remember the other night? He said 2 days to the doctor, 2-3 days. He said 5 days you've got to take them. He said, but you'll feel a lot better in the second or second day they'll start to go. It hasn't fully gone. I've still got a bit of a runny nose, but not like it was. And my eyes not running like a lunatic. So I'm over the moon with that. Fucking hell. It's fucking terrible. I laid on the bed. I was getting all crispy on my fucking eyes when I was waking up. I was all hard. And he said that's what's good conjunctivitis. That's what it is. So now, Freedom, you okay? How's the rest of the ladies? You alright? Can't look the bottle. It's slipping. Look at that, crushed the fucking bottle to pieces. Fucking shite these things to open. You push it too hard, it goes all over the fucking place. And if you push it hard enough, there's nothing. It's a bit like them other ones where you just pop it. Not saying much, I is. No one talking. He's hardly anyone on. He's on here, I imagine, and things. Like, put your thumbs up, anyone. Is anyone talking to me? A coffee. Anyone would like to buy me a coffee? The links are down below. Yes, most appreciated to go towards the channel. Evening when Ricard, sorry. When you're ready, I'm waiting, buddy. When cried, now I'm good. Thanks for asking. How's you? I'm okay, probably that did a watery eye. It's nowhere near as bad. It's probably 20%, when I got about 80% better. Still a little bit watery, but it's not sticking when I'm waking up now. I was getting up having to bathe with warm water. Yeah, so for 49 on, don't forget to push the like buttons, guys. Last night it was amazing the amount of people came on. Out of that little horrible thing last night is now you know what we've been had to put through, torturing poor Dale. A man had cancer 6 years, and every time he was getting rid of it, he fucking tortured him. All because I told you all this time, I come out with all the proof. That was him from the grave there. That was his dossier where he left us of all the stuff what he's been doing to people. Not just him, multiple people. Like his dad, 77-year-old dad. He said, "I'll stab your dad. I'll stab your dog. I'll shit and piss on your grave." Multiple, the same things. What all yous have been seen on here, he got. But he got it. All he did is, I went to Lakefield to meet him because he met Shirley like off the bus. That's when he weighed himself on the bus. And he went to Wakefield. That was his ambition because he'd watched Paul Sykes' documentary 122 times. This was years ago when he first started doing the books. So he went there to meet them. So he integrated with them. And he got in with him. He said, "Come on, you're all right." So Dale was taking around the pubs. He said, "Oh, he's got a knuckle duster." So he's shit himself, different people. And so Dale said, "Look, I'm one of the best fighters around here. I'm a very awful fighter. Blah, blah, blah. I've got my own stuff, my own club and everything." So he was like, "All right, great with him." But then when Dale was doing the book with him, Dale had like that much say in the book, a couple of pages. But Dale actually got the book. So we got it through. Fucking hell, man. They got it through getting hold of the sister and getting her to sign it over for £200 to a dodgy solicitor. So Dale was doing the stuff and Boyle was his tea boy. Like Jamie would go to the library and get us this and get me that, and I think he got a little bit like, who do you think he is? But he's a proper author, Jamie. He types books. He did them and written them himself. So Dale was getting him to go and get spits and bobs, but he was training them to show how to write books and how to do it, because he still can't type to this day. He can't type a thing. Couldn't type fucking 5 words, same as me. So he asked him to do this, that, and the other. So anyway, Dale got a really bad cancer and he ended up with stage 4. So he was going, he was starting to text him things like, you dirty bastard, you raped that girl. Oh, what you going to do? Kidnap my son. What you going to do? Beat my son up. Well, he's going, what are you on about? Because he wasn't saying nothing back to him. So he can go to the police with it. That's what he does. He's fucking twisted. He's going, what you going to do? Stab my son. What you going to do? Beat my son up. I've never mentioned, you don't even know your son, he said. So we've got all the extracts, but you can see it's the same MO. Same with me going with the dog, the knife, what a load of fucking garbage. The son's not, I've tried to find the court documents yesterday. I don't know if they're over there. I've just seen something. The court letters are all there. I'm going to show you where I only was pulled in, arrested for Jamie and Shelley. He keeps telling everyone I got arrested for a minor. No, I didn't get arrested for him. I never even got mentioned, the kid. Compulsive lying. You said it was on me. He said it was on me bail conditions. So it's these bail conditions, all that. So I've got the bail conditions, but I can't fucking find them for some shit. Oh, they're right over there. Yeah, look like they're in a little folder. Shut up! Fucking drive me mental. Fucking all day long. Been doing that for about 3 hours. Paul Cresswell, Rock, are you okay, Rock? Peter Powell, just, Glenn Monmouth, Tony Hargreaves, right, chat, happy birthday to me, to you. Is it Rock's birthday or Freedom? Whose birthday? Tony Hargreaves. You and Brian, for you chat, happy birthday to me. Oh, it must be Terry's. Happy birthday, Terry. How you feeling, Paul? Yeah, you just had to sort each other out. I thought it was one fucking parrot. So what he done, because he was running about for him as if he was his gopher, but he was. So if you were to say you left school like I did when you was a kid, you leave at about 15, 16, you go to a job and you'll can you go to the shops and get me this? Or can you wash that car? You have to do it because it's your part. You've never done things like that. So you can't just go and fix a car or something. So you start at the bottom. So Dave was giving him little things that are easy to go and get a bit of paperwork out of the library. And you get like stuff from there. I'll go to the newspaper place and get us pick this clip about Sykes or whatever. So he was putting everything together and showing him how to do the stuff and how you do all the books and stuff. So he learned through him. So he got really jealous then. So Dale come away from him. He said, look, I want to be on my own. He said, I can't work for that Jamie Boyle. He said, he's fucking driving on the bench to Rob Brenton. Rob Brenton's the owner of Warcry Publishing, the fake company, and Warcry Publishing. So they had to change that from Warcry Publishing, Warcry Press to Rubik's, and then Rubik's Fan the Flames, because the companies were all fake. So Dale found out they were fucking really paid off. So Dale then said, look, I'm going to go on my own. So Dale's put a thing in, read it out, just how much money he was getting. The books were going for $12.95 then, all the way back then. $12.95, and Dale's supposed to get 37.5%. He was getting 12 pence, 20 pence, 25 pence, 28 pence, 35 pence off Boyle and Brenton. Dirty, low-light cunts. Now we've got the same thing, because Kevin Brown was my friend, and his mate, Jimmy White from, if he's watching, Jimmy, love you. I got him mixed up because I was that fucking arsehole. So Jimmy White, they've got all the paperwork where they've gone into outlets to see how many, because when I said to you, he went, there's no court cases. But look, there's no court cases. Why is Marty's representation, legal representation, which is a Mackenzie friend, Kevin Brown, who just lives on the corner from me. Kevin's got all the paperwork and all the stuff from Waterstones, Amazon, Kindle, all them different places. He's big, W.H. Smith's, Goodreads, Codreads, there's another one, Hargroves or something, I can't remember what it's called, a top shop. So what he did, he done it again, pretended to be in this company. It's the biggest company in Britain, 400-year-old, I think it goes back. I think it's called Goodreads, I'm not sure. Hargreaves it's called, Hargreaves, I think. Isn't that weird there? Terry Hargreaves is fucking him, he's the owner, look, he's on here. So they sold that for £400 million, that Hargreaves, I think it's called. I'm sure, I think it is. And Boyle and Brenton went on, we've just amalgamated with, say the company's called Hargreaves. I can't remember all the members. and pretended. So they fucking said, they took him off and said, you do that again, we'll charge you with the court case. They were going to charge the biggest book company in Britain of all time. They were going to have them done for fucking copyright theft because they were using them, piggyback on the back, always fucking robbing people and piggybacking on people, riding on the backs of other people. So this company, the other company, the man was a boxing enthusiast. He knew Marty, and he knew some of the fighters Marty had, and he trained world champions, and he knew Big Joe Egan. So he went, what he's done to Marty Turner, he'll never. I'm the manager of this shop. I've worked here 40 years. He said, this is a shop. You give it to this shop, and they sell it online for Waterstones and people like that. They give the books to Waterstones and people like that. So they sell it for like Amazon and things like that. So they go out and sell the book gets sent here in a parcel or whatever. So they said, we won't ever be welcoming Jamie Boyle and Warcry Publishing. You're right what you said. Thanks for the heads up. They are a fake company. We've checked ourselves. They've been having us sell books under a fake company. Pure fraud all the way through. I can't remember the company. She'll tell me she comes in. I think it was Hargreaves. And all that. Don't forget, push like buttons, guys, as well. So all that time they've been lying to everyone. 27 subjects, 20 odd documentaries, 30 odd fucking Kindles and audios and fucking all sorts. They've had hundreds of thousands of pounds of that over the last about 10, 12 years. No one, they probably paid out a couple of grand out of everyone. So they've ripped everyone. So the party piece was this: and get the books, see your book coming out in March. They'd get 50 because Marty went over. Marty went over and he got out of hospital. He said, what are you doing with my books? So he got there, drove over Marty. He went, he said it was a mix up, this, that, and the other. So when he got there was 50 books of Terry's there. And Terry's book wasn't even out. So this is when they didn't suss it, Terry didn't suss it, but I sussed it. I know exactly what he's doing. He's getting 50 books. Because when I went in Waterstones with him, there was a lad there called Timmy, and he was the manager. He said, he's when we're going to do the book side with you, Brian. He was from Glasgow. I was talking about Glasgow and Cockerill. He was all right. But when I went in, I heard them talking. I heard him say ISPN number. Now, the ISPN number is like a registration of the book, like a registration of a car. There's only one of them, you see. So he went, Jamie, you've got a problem here. He said, 50 of the books you've given me have got one ISPN number, and 20 have got another ISPN number. You can't have two ISPN numbers because that's fraud. So they were fucking deliberately from two different ISPN numbers, sending them to Australia and sending them to America so they would get amalgamated with the other books, but not declaring them. So they were fucking popping 100 books off every single time they printed a book. So Emma phoned me one day, she was at assistant. She went, your book's on that. I can't be that out till fucking, I think it was March it came out. That's out now. She said it's out. I went, it can't be. It didn't go till March, obviously. I mean, I'm arguing over fucking, which she's got, then she comes over and she went, there, look, signed. He signed my fucking name, tinfoil, fraudulently signed my fucking name on the book and sold it a month or so before it came out. What a fucking slink. Then somebody else got the book. I've read your book, Brian. I thought, you fucking, and that's when the penny dropped. We started realising he's a fucking rat. So he thinks I'm thick. I'm not fucking thick. So I've outed him. I'm more than anyone. So we phoned up the shops. Said, the book's in the shops. Then he did another print because Rob Brenton, and I didn't know. So Marty Turner went with him to see him about his book. So he got out of hospital. He never died. He went over. He said, why has Jamie put his name on my book? He went, I don't know. He said, I wasn't here. He said, well, you must have done something. You must have done it because you're the one with the print machine. Jamie doesn't know how to print stuff. So you must have printed it. Because when you went to his place in 3 Baileygate, there was a pub on the side. It was a big Victorian pub, big them red bricks, generator bricks or something they're called. Them old-fashioned ones. They were on the wall. He said, Rob Brent was pulled up. When I got there, he said, it was a long building, Brian, there was about 6 buildings with it, but it was then long, about 15 feet wide and about 120 feet, 130 feet long. But there was about 10 little different units and stuff. So one of them was a keep fit, no fitness, they were training. There was one like a little bit of a gym. And he said, when I got to the last unit, Marty said, went in and it was a fucking press to do the books, print the books, print and press. So He could do any as he wanted books, but nobody did fucking know that's what he was doing. So he was pretending he was saying doing 200, he was doing like fucking 300. Horrible, greedy bastards. So he's just a master. That's what they're doing. The fucking. So he said there was 50 books, and he said, "Don't tell Terry about them. He doesn't know. Just we'll keep that between us." Rob Brenton said. So Matt, that was later on. He told me. I told Terry, he went, "The fucking scumbag." So what happened is, I was going, "You're okay, Papa? You okay, son?" Freedom. Terry Brown. Dave. Only the lonely. Hello, mate. Yeah. So getting back 69. Oh, not forget to push like buttons, guys. This destroys this little toad. So Marty said, I went to get my book and he's changed the name. He said he's got Jamie Boyle and Marty Chen. He said it was written by me. I said, "Do you know why he's done that?" He went, "Why? What do you think?" I said, "Because if you die, he's the sole owner of the fucking book." And, "Oh, the sneaky bastard." He said, "Is that what he's done?" I said, "Yeah, you were part of that. You've written the book, but because his name's on it, written by Jamie Boyle. But it wasn't written by him. Marty written it 10 years ago and put it in the vault in the back of his bank. That's why Kevin's on about the other night. When Kevin went to court, he said, "No, he didn't write it, Mr. Boyle. He was given it to write, and he changed the stories in the book when Marty was in hospital." And he said, "Can you prove this?" But Brenton went, "Yes, I can. My book is in Barclays Bank and it's been there for 10 years." And his fucking face, he said, fucking human he was. So then he said to the judge, "Mr. Brenton, how many books have been sold in Waterstones?" He went, 23 or something. He went, "Right." He said, "How many books have been sold in Goodreads?" That was a shop. Goodreads. 34, he said, or something. So every time he said something, the judge went, "Will you stop it? I've asked you 4 questions and you've lied to me 4 times. I don't like to call anyone a liar, but you were a liar, you habitual liar," he called him. He said, "Every shop I've asked you about, I've got the invoices here off Mr. Brown. He's got the invoices from them." "No, what's happening?" He said, "Listen, these are from Leicester Square, Waterstone's main office. You have tried to hoodwink me by getting a few from the Teesside branch, where you only sold about 25 books. But all around the world, all over, they've got, I don't know if it's hundreds of shops. I think they have got hundreds of shops. You tried to hoodwink me, but you only give me one shop. They're all over, you know yourself." So he said, "You've sold something, I think it was about 220 books or something, 230 books. But I'm sure Marty said to me, Kevin had found 400 books, something like that. But you got to remember, these books are at £15 a pop. So 400 times fucking 50 quid. It's a lot of fucking money, isn't it?" Poor Marty got £43 in 4 years off him. 29 pence, 27 pence, 32 pence, 42 points, £3.50, 15 quid. Went up to 43 quid. Exact same as fucking Dale Brendan Hyde. Exact same as me. Exact same as Terry. Every single one no one was getting paid. He wasn't even paying us the fucking money what he owed us just for the books. He didn't just rip us off. He didn't pay us any money all the way through. So when we went to court, we got disclosure off the judge. Marty got disclosure. I got disclosure. Terry got disclosure. And when we went for the disclosure, Brenton said this, that, and the other, come out all these fucking shit stuff. The judge said, "Listen, you've got 14 days. I'm going to get the letter. I tried to get it today. I was fucking half asleep. You've got 14 days," he said, "to give Mr. Cockerill the full disclosure of every outlet it's in, right across the world." He said, "Electronic, paper, documentary, Kindle, audio. They've had it on everything, Spotify and everything, made fortunes off it. They've been charging all different prices all over my book and everyone else's. They've been doing it for years and years to people, ripping people off. So the people that are doing the books with it now, who are from Leeds, I think you're nice people, good people. Please listen to me. I don't tell lies. And if I'm telling lies, come and see me and I'll prove to you. I'll show you the documentation. We'll show you Marty's documentation. We'll show you Teddy Dicko's documentation. There's no documentation, nothing, but we can show the court. We've showed the court letters to prove we've been to court and been given disclosure. They've kept all the money. Boyle and his wife said to me, "Can you sell these books for it? Because we're struggling to get our mortgage. So we need to pay £550. So I went out like a fucking divvy, sold my own book for them, give them £550 fucking pound, and then said, "I'll just get money out of the other books," I said, and paid them up front. And then they went, And because I was selling them for a £5 more, because signed copies, oh, you're making £5 more than us. I went, yes, Shirley, I am. But I'm getting out of fucking bed at 6 o'clock in the morning, signing 200 books or 100 books and 50 books. I've sold you 500 books for you and got you your fucking money. You're going to lose your house. So me and them were getting up, driving to Newcastle, dropping box book there, going to Hartlepool, absolutely fucking knackered we were, burnt out, completely knackered. They were sat in the house eating pies and cakes and biscuits and shit. Well, me and them was doing all the work. Going door to door in like Hartlepool, or then they'll be back now. You've got to go back. Fucking costing about £40-50 a day sometimes in petrol. I was charging a £5 for a book extra for a signed copy and delivered to the doors. And some of the books I had to charge for post and package because it was something like £2.50 for post and packaging. You do like 100 books, £250. You know what I mean? And they go, oh, you've had more money than I said, no, shit, you fucking rotten agreed, you. I said, I've got your books, your money. I've given you money up front. I haven't even been paid for mine. All the petrol I've put in. But I eat fish and chips out of fish and chip shops. I said, because we fucking can't really get out. We're out in the morning with a sandwich and out eating like that, and I'm signing books. Somebody phoned me up, can you drop it at 4 o'clock, drop it at 5 o'clock. I'm driving all over with Bobby and Emma, Park End, all over Middlesbrough, all over Eston, all over fucking Middlesbrough, Teesside. And the ungrateful cunts, they were going to lose the house. We get up and said, look, I got your money for the thing. He went, oh, brilliant. So I sent it to Rob Brent. He said, oh, brilliant, they'll be over the moon now, they can pay the mortgage. What did he do? Blew the lot right up his fucking hoot, the whole lot in one weekend on shit. It was all lies again, just for the DRUGS, the shit. And now he said, oh, kettle called the pot black. No, Jamie, I came out and I own myself. I came out and went on the BBC. BBC wanted to do a 3-part documentary on me because of what I did. I came out and said on the BBC, I think it's Teesside, BBC something it's called, radio in Teesside, I can't remember the name, BBC Cleveland, BBC Cleveland, I think, something like that. So I went on there and I told them I was on drugs, I was on crack. I felt the pieces, I was paranoid of my own shadow, I stayed in the house for nearly a year. I said I never went out, kept buying drugs, drug tax and drug deals, taking them. I told my truth. I told what I was. You're trying to tell us now, when we were at the snooker hall, you fell asleep in front of 400 people on stage. You drank a full bottle of brandy, you drank a full bottle of Bacardi in this house, and you're popping them Yazzie pan. You had 33 by the time you got home. Within about 6, 7, 8 hours, I'd been to my house and the place. You fell asleep in front of 400 people while they were all laughing and joking. And he's like, laid there like on the bench, fell asleep on the bench. And everyone take the piss out of him. They want to cut his eyebrows off and his hair off. And I no, don't do that. Don't touch him. And Shelley texted him. Still got the text. Emma's got the text. She went, what has he done? And please tell me he hasn't overdosed again. That's the text she sent. She went, no, but he's off his head. He's look at the statement. She said, I've just seen pictures being sent by friends of mine who've got them sent to them. Look at the statement, she said. I'm so embarrassed, she said, on behalf of him. I apologise. I'll give her a due. She did. She apologised. She said, he just can't just have a few. He just can't just have a few drinks, just like his dad. He's an alcoholic. He's a bully. And he does that to everyone. He said, he always ruins everything he touches. He ruins everything he touches. Every time he does something, he ruins it. He said, yeah, the good thing we use, I can only apologise to you. So the next day, then he was going. So the man had the money for us. It wasn't a lot of money. It was about 150 quid each, I think we got. So, and the petrol money for the lad who took us was Maniok, I think. No, Tony Grange, our church leader. So we were there. So he fell asleep. So the manager went to me, listen, don't pay him the wages. You've done all the work. He's been asleep on the stage over and out. He's been walking about off his head, falling all over, mauling women's breasts and everything, falling down. Didn't the liberty to it, but he was grabbing on the hat and getting back up. I'm probably fucking doing it, but that's probably one of his little party pieces. Anyway, they said to us, you can come back anytime. Your Bobby, your brother, Bobby, Emma, your wife, beautiful people, and everyone in the place was clapping. They went, please don't bring him again. He said, he is a fucking arsehole. He said, what an embarrassment. He said, there's 12 lads come in, all Jamie's mates, on a minibus. They were all like proper lads who could fight, cage fighters and stuff. Big Brian, here up the monkey hunters. They were all going, yeah, and all laughing. Then there was a lot of travellers coming, about 30 travellers. He went, oh, you're surrounded tonight, Brian. I went, I'm not. I said, he's my weapon, Emma. He went, oh, fuck that, I'm not fighting there. And they all started laughing. So it made everything funny and laughing. We were having a great time. And he went on and said, He ruined it all. He went on stage. He went, "Does anyone? You can see the video if you want to watch it. It's on Bishop. If you put in Brian Cockerill, Jamie Boyle, Bishop Auckland Snooker Hall Club. Remember that Bishop Hall Snooker Hall Club. Bishop Auckland Snooker Hall Club, and you'll see one there. My name's Jamie Boyle. All that fucking shit again. I went, for fuck's sake. And I was like, no, you can see me doing this with my hand on my head. Like, so I'm stood there. I'm sat in the end. I'm sat here at the top of like a house end before my injuries. And he's going, I'm just telling you what he is. We all paid £4 each to see Brian Cockerill. Brian Cockerill's a legend. That's why we paid him. Fucking give Brian, which you all started to scream at him, give him the mic. So when he gave me the mic, he took it back off me. I went, oh, for fuck's sake. I'm just going to tell you these things. He said, I don't want to know the option. Give Brian the mic. Give Brian the mic. They're all shouting, they're like fucking, we want Brian and all that type of fucking shit. They were fucking raging with him. So anyway, he took it off him. A lad there was a big lad, he could have a fight from Sunderland. He went, do it, you fucking spat that clown. He's embarrassing you. I can see by your face, it's bright red. Because I get embarrassed for things that easy, I really do. So anyway, all the travellers went, he is a fucking muppet. What are you doing with that divvy? He said, surely you get somebody better to look after you than Brian. He's a fucking clown. He said, Walter Mitty, somebody else has put, Walter Mitty, the biggest I've ever come across in my life. Everything he does is bigger than everyone else's. Everything he does is great. His horrible attitude. But the thing what's happening now is everyone knows what he is. Everyone can see what he is. A horrible little upstart. He's been texting me all day going, I'm getting you jail. Ha ha. I'm getting you put away for 10 years. I've got a man who wants to fight you from London. All that shit again, I'm getting out. So I put in, I said, well, bring your man from London, I'll fucking fight him. Bring your man from London, because it's all on you what the mitty head. You sit there and he manifests them into the sits thinking about something, and it comes into his brain like a real picture. Like, are you all right, John? Yeah. It's like as if he's got people sat with him in the house. He's fucking round the twist. So she said, he said to Bobby, he said, where's my money? So I got the money and I give it to Jamie, half like money. I think it was 300 quid. I gave him 150. I got 150. And I think it was £50 for the other lad for petrol and stuff. So the next minute, Em was there with us. And he said, when have you stole my money, Emma? So Emma said, I haven't fucking, she never saw. She said, I haven't took your money, Jamie. What are you on about? You've had the money, you've got it up, right? So the manager come over. Well, I can't find it. He's looking all over that with that pedo Parker and he can't find it. So we goes outside and then he stood. Emma was there. He stood, there was a bin, like a green bin, what you put, like a council bin. Like the council put stuff in. And then he pulled his dick out and started pissing. There was kids like 15, 16, 17, kids waiting for me. What are you doing, you fucking animal? I ran over. I was going to knock him out. I was fucking raging with him. He's like that, doing, hey, and pissing all over the floor. And there was about 100 people stood outside watching, and young kids and everything all over. He's a fucking beast. He just wants to be psyched. That's what he used to do. So I went, you're getting on my nerves. So, oh, Bobby, he's quiet, but he can have a fight. So he said to Bobby, if you come here while I search, he said, you search me, I'll fucking punch your face in, you scruffy cunt. He said to him, there's no need to talk to me like that. He said, fuck off now. He said, you've accused me 4 times now of fucking stealing your money. I haven't got your fucking money, I've got my own money. Anyway, we goes in the car and we're going home. So all the people shouted, you can come anytime, but don't bring fucking Sleeping Beauty. So they're all laughing at him. And anyway, we get him in the car and he's like, half asleep in the car. So on the way there, on the way back, he opens the door, 70 miles. I went, I'm getting out. I've never been so insulted in all my life. So I grabbed him and pulled him back in on the car because I'm in the back with him. And he nearly, I should have let him fall out of the fucking car, but I still wouldn't let him do it. I still would have grabbed him now because I would like things like that. So I dragged him back in. I saved the cunt's life. He'd have been killed. The car was doing 70 miles an hour on the back roads in the dark in Bishop Auckland. Lorries and everything probably been hit by fucking Mark on the lorry. Mark would have probably hit him. Anyway, we goes to my house. Comes in the passage. He's walking in. No, Bobby, where's your money? Bobby said, I was told you I haven't got your money. And he's going mental old Bobby. And he's starting to get fucking skip. So he's going, he said, I've fucking told you about 40 times now. So he went to the toilet, he come out, and he went, it's in me thing, me short, like laughing. I went, I don't think you're fucking funny. You don't accuse people of stealing stuff. And all along, he had like a little cigarette pot and a pair of boxer shorts, and the £150 fell out because his trousers were down, his ankles again, but his shorts were pulled up. She stood there, my wife stood there. You're a fucking beast, you. Pure beast. So that's what happened that night. We were there. Absolutely fucking shit. Yeah, sounds like Uncle Jimmy fix it for him now and then. Jingle jangle. Yeah, so that's what he done in that suit. We're all absolutely embarrassed to death. So anyway, next we had gigs all over. So we had another one in Carlisle because I was in jail with people from there, and I was in what's it called? Oh, Rudgate. Fuck, I can't think. Rudgate. I think it's called, isn't it? Is it Rudgate? The one in fucking Carlisle. I can't remember. No, it's not Rudgate. That's Newcastle. It'll come back to me. Near up Cumbria. I can't remember the name of the fucking jail. Harrogate. Haverick. That was it. Haverick jail was it. So anyway, I was going to go up to see them all, and there was a few of the lads from Morecambe, who was not far from there, and they would say, "Oh, welcome to the Dilbray." So there was a lad, he was an army lad. He was walking down the street in Carlisle, and this fucking lad ran over and stabbed him and killed him. So the lads were having a do for the army lads, but the lad who got stabbed was the wrong lad. The lad was off his head with that many drugs in him. He stabbed the wrong kid. He fucking got the wrong person. He got lifed off, this lad. So they wanted me to go up, and just the family were like to try and get money for charity. I went, of course will come. So they said, we'll give you £600. I said, well, just give us 3. I said, and we'll get our own hotel and you put the rest on. She said, sure. I said, yeah, you'll just give us 3. By the time we put the petrol and stay overnight now, it'll probably cost us that, just in fuel and stuff. He went, well, that's marvellous. Thank you very much. I went, you're welcome. So the next day after he'd done that with the dough, got a phone call. He went, oh, what it is, Brian, with the COVID being on. But I could tell I'm not an idiot. He went, with the COVID being on. He said, we're going to cancel the dough. And we're going to do it another time, he said, there when it's better, because you'll get more people in and we'll make more money for the charity. So I could hear his voice, I said, are you going to be straight with me here and tell me the truth? Can I ask you the truth, brother? Will you tell me, please? I said, there's nobody going to fall out or anything. Is it to do with Jamie being in the snooker hall the other night? He said, yeah. I'm not going to like you, big man. He said, yeah. He said, we can't have him like that type of behaviour on stage when we're doing charity for anti-knife campaigns. He said, the state of him there is embarrassing. He said, we've got kids here and everything, in the crowd and stuff on the nights with the charity for the army lads to get money towards the family and that who have lost the loved one who was he was in Afghanistan, Iraq, this kid. And it was a proper real war hero. So I fucking said, of course we'll come and do it. But all that, he ruined it. Then we got another place to go on the Jimmy O. We went on Jimmy O. He's done the same with Jimmy O. Goodness, you know. So then we went on Sean Atwood. I saw James English here. James went, who the fuck's he? I went, that's Jamie Boy. I went, you're fucking joking. He ruined it with James. He didn't use it with James. He got jealous because James wanted to see me. He didn't want to know. He said, I'm not hanging around here with him. He said, I'm off. Disrespectful fucker. He said, look at you, you're immaculate, your house is immaculate, you fucking everything, your drive's all washed down, everything for me coming, so you could put the stuff on the equipment and everything. He just sat there then fucking on that phone all day long, trolling people. So what happened the next time, we went to Delray Showers, even though I don't like Delray Showers, it's fucking wrong. And he went to his house, he threw up all over his settee, spewed up all over, thought I'd been on the brown all night. He got there, and he spewed up everywhere. Then he did one in there. Dominic Negus, the boxer, who's my mate's friend, Joe Egan. Dominic seems a nice man, and Big Joe Egan, and my other mate Rob Holloway from Birmingham, really nice lad, really big lad, strong lad, beautiful person he is, and he was what you call I forgot my story now. Trying to think what I was up to now. But fucking, I lost my story. That dogs. I'll come to me 2 seconds. Yeah, so we were going on different places. That was it. We were on different places. So Rob said, you need to get rid of him, Brian. He said, everywhere you go, people are talking about you because he's a fucking clown. So you need to get somebody else. So loads of people come forward. So when we went to go to Sean Atwood, we went on there. It was the same, pouring a sweat. Can I get a break? And while he went out the side, little Chrissy Evo took us from South Bank, very good friend of Lee Duffy's. He went outside and I went, well, man went, he's off his fucking tits. He said, he's off his fucking tits, Brian. He said, you can see you had nothing. He's off his head, him. He said, fucking hell, absolutely pathetic. That was a wild man. He said, you don't come like that, he said, disrespecting people's shows. And that's what he does everywhere he goes. But his own wife said that night, she went, tell me he hasn't overdosed again. Tell me he hasn't fucking. I said, no, he hasn't overdosed. But told her what happened. She said, he's an absolute embarrassment to the whole family. She said, no wonder his whole family, that's what the reason. She said, no wonder none of his family members will let him in the house. Because twice she coming outside, to be quite honest, she did. But she said, so he went, I never seen him for about a week. So I left it about a week or two. He phoned me, how are you doing? You all right, big fella? Blah, 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 blah. I just thought, it must be just a one-off. Was I fucking wrong? Was I wrong? It was never ending. So, yeah, so sorry. There was Dominic Negus. He done him. And there was Delroy Showers and the big, Dominic Negus. He went to his and threw Olivers over his head. He told Terry, what he'd done is he was out on the night with Terry and Isaac Wilson in Middlesbrough. They went for a drink, him and Terry. And he was out and he was with this girl going, do you want outdoor sex? Doing that or with a camera and with his tongue and send the message to her. So the girl sent it back. And Shirley only got it on her phone from her, in the house. He must have given her the fucking wrong number, like the War Cry Publishing page. And the girl's going, yeah, I'll have outdoor sex for you and all that. She was saying with her tongue sticking out. So she went and started screaming and got hold of Terry and said, Terry, where's he? She said, he's with me now. She said, he's got, if you've seen him with that girl and all this, like the other Terry, no, I haven't. Terry was there when he was doing it. Outdoor, Frisco, something was called, outdoor sex, he was called. And that was the Joanna lass, he was called Joanna. And that's when she said he's going to leave me at Christmas time. So these things, he's even talked to his own wife, his own kid, his own mum, dad, brother, everyone, but he's a fucking compulsive liar. He'd come up to me today and said, look, I've had enough. I'm sorry. Shirley's sorry. We'll just move on and move on. But he can't, because we tried to do this with the Mount Church leaders. He got to his house. It was Friday morning. And he said, right, yeah, we'll do a deal. We'll all just be friends again and just shake hands and forgot about it. I said, okay. So being a Christian, I thought, yeah, I'll do that. And the church was brilliant, Brian, brilliant. That's what you can tell you're a proper Christian now because you're forgiving someone where you'd have smashed his face in years ago. And yeah, don't want to be in all violence. I said, no, that shit, no, I've got enough of it. I said, I want to help people now. I said, if I do something stupid like that, I'll end up people think, well, he hasn't changed. And that's what he's using, you see. My weakness, well, not my weakness, my strength is the Lord Jesus Christ. But he's using my strength, not my Christian beliefs. He won't hit me because he's a Christian now. What you call a dirty low-life trick. So Tony went, loveliest man you could ever meet. Tony had 76 fights. I think he won about 64. He ended up with a bad shoulder, rotary cuff bad. Really nice man. And he tells his story. He said, I was out one night, he said, on the ecstasy. He used to rave and all that. He tells his story, so he won't mind me telling you. And he said, and I was walking about, he said, man, I get in a fight with these doormen. He said, I started walking down the street, and there was all like people, like the girls on the street and everything. And then this bus come by, and he said, oh, can you come on here? And then they give him this pamphlet, something to read. And he fell in love with Jesus there. So he then became following the Lord Jesus, and he changed his life around. So Tony went, I thought Tony can speak really well, really clever man. So Tony went and seen him and Shirley Friday, and Bram was going to go, my mate, to see Paul Venice, because he was saying, I'm going to get Paul Venice, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that. And Bram said, well, I'll go and see them. We'll all sit down for something to eat. This was the second time we got it on a Sunday, this was. So the first one on the Friday, he went at 16 mile away. So say 20-minute drive, 30-minute drive. By the time we come back, it's about an hour and a half. So me and Emma made him a beautiful, Emma can cook for fun, beautiful food. Sunday dinners, everything fucking mince. So she's done a big burger, a cheeseburger like that, onions and all that, and red sauce and everything. So she made him some chips. And it was about 11 o'clock when he come back, and we were going to Newcastle to get some books off Stephen Wraith because he was taking us in the car. So anyway, he came in, he went, it's all sorted. He said, you're going to have to leave them alone, He said, they were on their knees crying their eyes out, saying, please, we don't want no trouble. We're scared, he's a gangster, he's going to get us killed, he's going to shoot us and all this fucking shit. And I went, I've never threatened to shoot any fucker on the internet. I said, I've never threatened to do anything. I said, for fuck's sake. She said, so anyway, I said, well, do you know, since you've been, she's been trolling us. She went, they can't have been, but in the house crying on the floor. I went, well, look, so he had his burger like this to eat it. And I showed him the stuff. He went, I can't even eat that burger. He said, you know what? They're demonic then. They're definitely demonic. He said, they've been crying there, And they're sending all these horrible vile, we've tricked you, we're not going to be friends, we're doing fucking horrible. And then our other friend, Tony Turner, come on from London because he was torturing Tony Turner. Tony Turner would have wiped him out in 2 seconds, top doorman. All the top people in London know him, all the top American gangsters, all Tony's a lovely lad. So Tony Turner, he said, you leave them alone, leave Brian and them alone. You wouldn't dare say nothing to Brian if he was fit. So the next minute, he started torturing Tony. So, and then what was it? So so Tony started telling Tony, our church leader, he's done this, he's done that. And then our other mate, Dave Daly, who was Dale's best friend, and he's done books with Lenny McLean and that. He's got a memorabilia type for Lenny McLean and everything. So Dave said, no, so we put on loudspeaker when he was driving. He said, listen, Dale had stage 4 cancer, Tony. And when Jamie was threatening to fight him, he was in hospital, dying. He said, then he got out to go home to try and get a bit of peace and quiet because he had them Marie Curie nurses. He was going, I hope you die tomorrow, you bastard. I hope you fucking go to hell. You paedophile nonce. I'm going to rape your dad. I'm going to bum your dog. I'm going to sell your dog. I'm going to stab your dog. So Dale snapped and went, I'll fucking stab you. So he phoned the police and got Dale locked up. Dale was locked up in the cells. He just had his organs taken out and washed and put back in to try and help him. And he got rid of it. 3 times he beat it. Fucking tears in my eyes a bit here. 3 times he beat it. He was a fucking hard man. Real hard man. And that bastard wouldn't leave him alone just because he had an extract. That's all it is. A mental psychopathy is. Just because it was that little much about saying thank you to Dale Brendan Hyde for the input and helping us write the book. From Rob Brenton, Warcry Publishing. Rock my jealousy just because he had a little bit in the book. Oh, you fucking freak. Absolute freak. Now, when Emma written the book, Steve Rafe, me and Neil Jackson, he did all the paperwork. Emma did 90% of the book. They only did about 10%. There's no disrespect to them. She did 90% of the book. So I don't go and go, I wrote that book. Well, I did. I wrote it with her. But she wrote the book, typing, and did all the input. But I give her stories, and other people give her stories. But I didn't type the book like he pretended. I'm typing. He's pretending he's typing like that. He's not typing nothing. It's all shite. So I wouldn't turn around and say, well, I've written that book myself. I'm an author. I write books every day of the week like he does. He's never written one single book. His wife types the books out. He gets the information I'll put on a dictaphone, and then he puts it together. And all he was doing was getting 12 hours. Now, can any user here tell me, Peter the Box, are your son? Only the lonely, 1, 2, 3, your son, good lad him. John the Creek, 5 years time, people will still be speaking. Your name, Brian, one will no chip pan head. No, he'd be gone the next day. I don't think he'll be getting spoke. I think he's nearly gone now. I honestly think what we've done is ruin his career because I don't want other people like Marty Joseph Turner's 2 sisters was 87 and 85. He was sending them gay rape porn. He was sending them disgusting lesbian porn. And these are people who are fucking Christians, Catholics, staunch Catholics who pray at the church nearly every day, go to the church every day, and that's their life. And he's sending them disgusting, vile things with young kids being raped and stuff. We've got the stuff. Terry got the gay rape porn. 5 men raping a 5 black men raping a young black lad looks like about 14, 15 years old. There's the 14, 15-year-old again. That's what he's into. He's round the fucking bend. We've got that video. It's been sent to us. It's been sent to Simon Ambler. He's got it. It's been sent to Terry. It's been sent to Kev Kilty. It's been sent to Marie. I think Marie Howard's had it as well. It's been sent to fucking Kev Kilty's son. It was sent to fucking Carol Edwards and the daughters. There's only him got it. And every one of us have got the same thing in common. I've got no trouble with anyone in the world. I love everyone. I want everyone to be happy. I want everyone to get on with each other. There's only him that trolls me. There's no one in the world trolls me apart from him. And what's happening is you all can see this because you're not stupid, you lot. You aren't stupid anyway, if you want shape or form. I know you're not because you can see by the likes of the people we get and by the truth I tell. Every time I tell you, went, I've never taken a drug since I was 16. He went, oh, Paul Suggett, put the record straight, he said. What I did, Paul, when I was 16, I experimented on drugs. When I was 2 or 3 times, I went on coke. And after that, I just didn't like it. I packed it in. He's the biggest fucking liar going. He was on YouTube. I smoke crack and weed. I can fight you down Steel City Gym. And if I don't go to Steel City Gym, he says, 11 a.m. Sunday morning. I will never come on YouTube again. I swear on my son's life. About 20 times he swears on the kid's life. The same as he's done the other night. If he doesn't get arrested in 2 weeks, I swear on my son's life, I'll never come on again. Then he said it a year ago when he was in Newcastle. This is the last time I'm going to reply to the tax man. He did 27 videos in about 5 hours. He's round the fucking bend. I swear on my son's life, I will never come on this YouTube again and mention Cockerill's name. It's just a one-off. He was on. Pissed water coming out of him. Obviously, if you strangled him and squeezed him, like a blackberry or a blueberry, there'd have been a kilo of coke come out of him because that's all he's on. So he sat there dripping in sweat and calling me a druggie because my nose has got an itch or whatever, or because I've sniffed my nose, got do something like that. He's saying, you're on drugs. So I said, well, I'll tell you what to do then. Get one of your friends to come to my house with a cocaine drug kit any day of the week, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Knock on the door and I'll answer the door. Come in and I'll do you can do the drug kit. You can do the drug kit when you put it in your mouth and you put it in there and you can see if there's a blue line comes on, you're on cocaine. You get someone to come to my house, or I'll get someone if you want. And you can, any day you want to pick, phone me up and say, like text and say, today I want you to do it. So it can be random. And I will do it. I'll do it 5-6 times in a row if you want, 7 days a week. I have never had no cocaine on my brother's and dad's grave since the 22nd, 5 years coming up with, what was it? October. Not backwards. I'm getting mixed up with the fucking date. I can't think. February. Fucking hell. I can't think the month. 4 years ago in September, yes. For September the 22nd, 5 year coming up. September the 22nd, that was it. I couldn't remember because then I started doing the book with him in October the 1st. It was the first when he phoned me, he contacted me, yeah. So the 22nd, I bought 2 20 stones to rock, and he had one. And I went, like that, and I come downstairs, our Bobby was upstairs, saying, what's the matter with you? He's paranoid to death. I went, I've had some of that stuff, my head fucking, anyway, he went, calm down, I was getting a bit panicky. So I went back upstairs, I got the 20, I threw it in the toilet, I flushed the cunt, and it wouldn't flush. It came back up in the fucking plastic. So I put it in toilet roll, put it down again, they dropped it, like, fucking hell, it's like the devil wants me to keep it. Anyway, I put it again, and anyway, the third time I did it, it flushed. I've never took coke since. I've never had any ecstasy. I've never had any cannabis. I'll tell you what I have, I'll tell a lie. I've had the, what do you call it? Not them jelly things. What do you call them things? Fucking hell. Oh, I can't remember the name of them. CBD oil, that's it. CBD oil. And when I was in hospital, I hid it from the doctor and she was going, what are you doing? I went, oh, he said, no, you're allowed to have it. It's legal, you're allowed to have it. Now I thought it was illegal, you see. CBD, what you put in your mouth and your tongue, that one of them. But it was tasted like crease or fucking stink. It was horrible. So I had that and it was made me give me a bad end, give me indigestion. It was horrible, I didn't like it. 80 days, never heard from him for 2 days. Rock Catholic. Are you a Catholic, Rock? My family are all Catholic. I was christened a Catholic, but I never did the Holy Communion. I think I did the first one, but not the second one. But I don't really believe in all that shit where you have to be going to church every week because you get paedophiles going to church every week and fucking people like Jimmy Savile going to church and others. I think to judge a man, it's not how many times you go to church. It's not how many fights you've had. It's not how much money you've got. It's not how many fucking bedroom houses or watches or cloaks or fucking cars. And it's what the man is the self, the man inside the person, a good heart, a nice person, and polite to people and courteous to people. That's what I've always been like that since I was a kid. I was brought up with manners. If our mum would something come on, like something on the telly, like a man and woman having sex, you get that off now and turn it over. We were like my mum was like a proper Catholic. My nana was a real Catholic. She was at the church every single day. She had all the things all over the wall, Mary and Joseph and all that stuff. So you don't have to be fanatic to be a good person. You don't have to go to the church every day of the week. You can pray in your own head. You can pray when you're going to bed on the night. You can pray in your own head. You don't even have to pray as long as you follow the rules of Jesus and probably try and live like his life. You can't go wrong. So I'm not saying everything he's saying is right, but the Bible's a brilliant book to read. Some of it's wrong. There wasn't obviously the world's not 5,000 years old, but a lot of the stories in there are fantastic and they're good about helping good Samaritans and things like that. So if you go out and help people, you'll be all right, mate. How are you doing? Do you want to push me your car? Push that, or can I get that off the top shelf for you in Tesco? Or do you want me to give you a hand with them shopping love across the road? Oh, thank you. And you're welcome, love. And go on, you can go before me in the queue. I've only got 3 items. Being nice at that, even opening a door for someone, or getting up on a bus and the lady's pregnant, or an old married woman stood on the bus. So here you get sit. Hey, you sit down there. Oh no, I don't you dare. I said, my mum would give me the biggest hiding in my life if I would have let you two stand up. What are you trying to say? We old? I said, no. I said, you're not about 30 on the both of you. I said, they were laughing their heads off. So, and then there was 4 weight ladies on the bus, and there was 3 or 4 young kids, all about 16, 17. Get up, you. Get up now. I'm being serious. Get up now. Let them ladies sit down. We're all about 80-odd-year-old. They fucking stood on the bus. And these kids are saying, I would get up now. I made them get up. It was in Greece, going to Greece. When you get off the plane and you have to go and sit in a little thing, and then you get taken to from the airport to the next part of the bus. On that bus there was no room. So I went, yeah, get up, you. I made them stand up. Fucking 2 of them were all right. One was a bit cheeky. I went, here. You've got no fucking manners, you. No manners at all. I was brought up with dignity and pride. You bump into someone. You say, sorry, that was my fault. If I'm in a pub and I bump into someone and I spill a drink, if somebody bumps into me and they spill my drink and they're on, I'll still go, oh, sorry, mate, it was my fault. They go, no, it wasn't. I bumped into you, Bryce. I said, listen, do you want to fight me over it? They'll go, no. And I'll say, it was my fault. I'm buying the drinks. They'll go over and buy the drinks. He went, the lad said to Terry, he went, your mate bought me a drink last night. He said, I fucking was mortal drunk. I bumped right into him. I spilled Brian's drink in a Bacardi and Coke. All his fucking drink went all over. I shit myself like he was going to kill me. He went, here you. He went, like, I was ready to go. So I'll just get you a drink, mate. He said, Brian went, I'll tell you what he done. I bet you bought you a drink. He went, yeah. So I've seen him do it hundreds of times. He's not like that. He's a proper lad. He's not going to fill you in, fucking 18, 19-year-old kid and fucking weigh 9, 10 stone. He said, Brian would just get a bad name for things like that. He's got a brilliant name. Everyone loves him in Teesside. Everyone gets on. Like the wild man said, when you went to the jails up there, I'll have to put it on for you. Him and Stephen Sayers were talking about. He said he was like a god in the jail. Everywhere he went, all the screws knew him, all the female screws, all the male screws. Everyone knew him, and all the kids would come and visit. All right, Brian. He controlled the whole jails to the northeast. Whatever deal he went in jail, Durham, Ackleton, Homehouse, they all knew him. They're all from that area, and most of the people he's helped or saved or taken in when they were kids, or looked after them when they've had their houses robbed, or give people money when they've had no mortgage money. I went around giving them £500, stop them being put on the streets, like I did with Jamie and Charlie. I wanted the thanks to the get with it. Fuck all, nothing, got robbed. So that's what I'm not like that, you see. I'll fight anyone for money, and I'll fight any. I'll tax any drug dealer, scumbag selling heroin. I'll take that off them, and I'll stop them selling it, and I'll take the money off them and throw that shit in the fucking down the drain. I've done it loads of times. Poured it down the drain, because that stuff to me, I've sold coke, I've sold ecstasy, I've sold cannabis, I've sold skunk, and I've sold speed, but I wouldn't sell that fucking stuff, because when you're selling that, that's the devil's dandruff. That stuff is pure evil, and when you're on that stuff, my brother was on it. People start sleeping, like prostitutes go on it, and some of these prostitutes you can't call them because some of them have been raped by their family members. Some of them have been abused, really, really badly abused, and was it like that. And what they do is they start going out. They go on the brown. They take the heroin, and they end up being heroin addicts. No, they're taking the heroin as a crutch. So that they take the heroin so that my dad raped me or my uncle raped me or whatever's happened to them. So it's a mechanism to try and forget about what's happened to them. But what happens, they end up being fucking addicted to it. So the only way they can get the money is sleep with people. It's fucking sad. I hate these bastards. You see them going up there. I've gone up loads of times and I've been out. I've honestly got to pull over in cars with my mates. I used to work at the doors near the red light district when you're going through Middlesbrough, just under the bridge. And I've gone up and there's been 2 girls going to go to a bloke. I said, how much does he pay you to do whatever? She said, well, 30 quid. I went, there's 50 for you and there's 50 for you. And I'll walk away from him now and you fuck off or I'll knock you out, you dirty bastard. I've chased them loads of times. I've given the girls the money so they so I don't have to sleep with them. It really upsets me. You know, as a Christian, even before this, I don't like it. I don't like seeing people being abused. So they're abusing people, known for like ego, tinfoil, known for the fact they're on drugs. So they're priming them, and then they'll go out with them and they'll pay them for whatever, for having sex and doing disgusting, vile things. And then persons are doing them things, but they don't want to do it. But they have to do it because they're on drugs and they need the drug because they end up being cold turkey. It's fucking a horrible situation to be in. But I just feel sorry for people like that. I think it's really, really bad. And I think the real ones are the ones who sleep with people. Should be jailed. There should be a massive jail sentence for the fucking dirty bastards. And they should have it like in Holland, where they have a brothel where everyone's tested for drugs, everyone's tested for AIDS, and that way girls don't get raped and beat up because they've got a bodyguard in there. In America, they've got places in Texas where they've got like hooah houses, they call them there. And I watched a documentary about it where no one gets raped or beaten up because they've got somebody in there watching them and take credit cards off them and everything. So it's all done above board. So I think that's good that way because no one's getting abused or raped. Because a lot of these dirty bastards end up raping people because they love that buzz, that disgusting vile buzz like that dirty bastard does. He just seems to thrive on paedophiles. Every time he's doing something, it's always talking about bumming people's dogs, raping people's dogs. Fucking dog, there should be a license. You'd have to have a license, wouldn't you, for him? Keep this man away from your dog. Fucking hell, your dog's in danger. I've never heard, I don't know if you, any only user here, have you ever in your life heard of anyone ever saying, I'm going to bum your dog? I've never heard that saying in my whole life. I'm 60-year-old in a couple of months. Never heard of anyone say it, only him. Mentally deranged, that he should be put away for the safety of the public and himself and his child and his missus. Because he's definitely dangerous, because look what he done to my house. When you put the name in, say, Brian Cockerill's house, the taxman, firebombed, you'll see, he said, he's lying, I never got a 15. I might have said 14 or 15. It could have been 15 or 16. I think they were 15 and 16. But the lad who was knocked around was only 14 in Hemlington, and he was in Lee Menry's house. I was there that night, and he was out, and I seen him with him. I'm not saying he was sleeping or anything, but he was not around, but that's what he actually chose to sleep with them people. And when he was down in London, he went, does anyone know where the rent boys are? And he went in the gay club. So if they want to do that, that's up to him. Great. But he's abusing people, as far as I'm concerned, by paying them to sleep with them, and they're only young kids. I think it's foul, pure foul. I don't agree with it in any way, shape, or form. I think it's fucking horrible. More old school rock church on a Wednesday. Yeah, Rock, I'll come with you sometime, Rock. If you go to church. Is that you, Rock, or is it TNB? Yeah, Rock. I'll come to church with you over there. Is it in Hartlepool? Me and Emma will come with you. We'll definitely come with you. We used to go to the one in there. The one up in there, the posh area, what's it called? I can't think of the name. Is it Wynyards? No, Wynyards further up, hold on. Is it Yarm? Yarm, I think, yeah, Yarm. The one there, they're all fucking posh fuckers, like all millionaires and people, but everyone, nobody looks down on anyone. It's good. You start singing songs, you have a bit of dinner, you have a bit of like spaghetti bolognese or something, everyone's happy in there, everyone's being happy, bouncing about, no evilness, no nothing. Just nice. Did he have blue eyes? Right. Not a poor Maniok he tried to get. He came in, Maniok, he was like that. He was in upstairs. He said, put me up just in the shower. So he put a towel on his neck and he put one around his waist and tied it. Come downstairs. He was doing that, drying himself. He said, Maniok, I'm not being funny. Don't mean this in a gay way. But you've got the most beautiful blue eyes I've ever seen on a man. Maniok went, oh, you know, like that shiver through you, like somebody walked over your grave. And now I went, bang, bang on the door. He went, oh, thank fuck for that. He said, that was you and Bobby. I thought, thank fuck. He said, I thought he was going to try. He's definitely going to try it with me. He's a weirdo. He is a weirdo. And that's why nobody likes him, because he's a fucking weirdo. He can't tell the truth. You know, I own myself. I tell them, yes, I was on crack. Yes, I was taking drugs. Yes, I was doing this. I was doing that. I told that in the book because I didn't want people to follow me, what I did. I don't want people to take the drugs and text people and get shot like I did or fucking stabbed up or whatever. I want people to go to school get marks, get a good trade, and have a good life. Where you've not got gangsters coming to your door, having to rely on drug dealers to make money. If you've got a good trade, you better get in two trades if you can, because with the market we're in now, if you've got two different trades, like say a plumber or a welder or something to do with computers, I think computers is the way to go now, because it's going to be all models. Yeah, is that Mick models? That one, more old school models. Yeah, sorry. So in the old days, you never, when you go to somebody's house and got a wife and kids, and you think, oh, wait a minute, there goes Tom there, and if he is in, and the wife comes to the door, but, oh, sorry, I've got the wrong number. Walk away. You just walk away. Sorry, I've got the wrong number. Sorry. Or you'll go, I'll just tell him it was Brian. He's going to fix my car. Then he knows I'm after him, but he's not going to tell his wife. So she's not scared as well that way. But you don't go to somebody's door anyway. If you've got kids in yours, make sure. But you get somebody to go, like a friend, like the tries to go with the Travellers all the time. The Travellers up this way on Bowsfield will always come for me when I had a fight. We'll go about 10 of us, and they might tear up 20, 30 handed, but the people that I had with them are all fucking top fighters. I never lost a fucking fight. I beat every cunt. I beat every fucker in the T-side. Every fucker who I fought, I beat. I got beaten one fight, I went back. The lad who beat me because I was off my head on drugs and I'd been out for 3 days on the E and full of Bacardi and Coke, and I went back the side. The first fight, I beat his ear off. I think I busted his eye and cut his lip. The second fight, I broke his ribs, I broke his jaw, fractured his cheekbone, broke his nose, and I bit his ear clean off. The whole ear was hanging off. The first fight, the second fight, had come off. I made a mess of him. The first fight, I let him up. The second fight, I didn't let him up. Imagine when I would do it with you in fight, if I got you on the floor. Can you imagine how much fucking anger would come out of me? And you're telling people you want to fight me, you couldn't fight sleep. Have you seen the video of him? I don't know if you've all seen where I said, have a look where Jamie is saying, I smoke crack and weed. And have you heard the disgusting stuff he's called me? You fucking retard, you spacker Cockerill. Bobby the Mong, my brother, because he's got autism. Bobby the spacker. Brian, you fucking spacker. There's people there, right, come on and say, I can't believe the words he's saying. He said, I've got 2 kids in wheelchairs. And he's talking to people like that. He's absolutely disgusted. He is. He said, and then there's somebody else come and said, I've got two cousins in wheelchairs. They were in a car crash. One of them was in the army in the car crash, and the other one was in a normal car crash. Both of them ended up in wheelchairs. And then another one comes and said, I've got my dad's in a paraplegic, and he's calling people them words. He said, like I said, them words were out in the 1970s. They're like banned now. You're not allowed to say them. Now, for him saying that, I phoned up this place called Paragon. Emma did, sorry, tell a lie. So Emma's really clever with things like that. So Emma phoned this Paragon, and what they're for is people like celebrities and people who are getting bullied with loads of shit, threatening you. So what happened is the woman come in and she looked at it and she started seeing all the stuff. She said, I can see the pattern already. It's the same stuff all the time. Boom, your dog do that. She's done it for 5 years. It came out, and then big woman got stabbed to death down London way, I think it was, under the terrorism act. And then a man got stabbed. He was a lovely man, now he's an MP. So after that, they started doing it for people who were getting targeted. So she looked at all the paperwork, she did it all, and she brought it together. She said, there's enough stuff here to get in between 6 and 10 years, she said. She said, the amount of stuff he said, it's not just an obsession, he wants to really hurt you. He really wants to hurt you. He wants, I'm going to bend your house down. I'm going to rape your wife. This is really bad. She said, I've done this job for 5 years, she said, and it's the worst obsession I've seen. Somebody else has put obsessed. The worst obsession I've seen with anyone. He said, he's definitely a dangerous man. He said, if this goes to court in front of a jury and a judge, he's going to go to jail for a long time. We've still got all that information with Paladin. They've kept it for us. That's all ready to go to court for us. So he doesn't know the staff. Emma's a genius. Emma's got all these top people from all over with all the information ready to show them what he's done. So he's going to come out with me saying, if you come to my house with violence towards me and my dog, that's what I did say, and you come to my house to kill my dog and my brother, what you've said, or rape my wife, I will meet violence with violence, even if I have to fucking kill you on the doorstep to stop you. And that's me just being a man, sticking up for his family. I've been on bail now for over 13, coming up for 13 months for saying that. And he can get away with sending messages, we're going to burn your house down. We've got witnesses there where he's But another lad where he said, Cockerill's with me now. He said, I'm in Middlesbrough. Because Dave Thomas, lovely lad, he was best friends with Lee Duffy. He asked him to do a story. Dave said, no, Dave's about 6'4", about 22 stone. He'd fucking destroy him. So he said, with Brian Cockerill now, he said, Brian's going to punch you all over, and I'm going to fucking bend your caravan down with your kids in it. Now, his kids, grandkids, they were. So he phoned them up because he had them as number because he knew him and me. So he said, there's Brian there. And we were in the car doing a documentary. And he said, Jamie Boyle's fucking threatening to burn my caravan down with the kids. He said, I can have a fight, but I'm not in Brian's league in a million years. He said, I'll have to go to the police. So he went, don't be stupid. Brian wouldn't do that. He said, are you sure? He said, of course, I'm with Brian now. She went, I can't put him on the phone because that idiot sat with us, no texting him. He went, okay. So Dave come round. He went, oh, he's been fucking. What he done is he said, can you do the stories about Lee Duffy? He went, I could give you hundreds, but I'm giving you fuck all. Because I seen the letter with Laurie Duffy who asked you not to do any more books and you carried on with him. That man was dying of cancer. He was a lovely man. He was a proper Christian. He saved hundreds of people from committing suicide and hundreds of people, prostitutes, everything, got them all back to normal because he was a proper Christian, Laurie Duffy. He was a lovely, lovely person. And he asked Jamie, please don't do any more books. It's hurting the family. If you write the truth, it's not so bad, but you're just doing it. As soon as you put the name Lee Duffy in, the views go up from, say, 10 to 100 in a couple of minutes because he's fucking allegedly. So he then went to Carol Edwards and her daughters. He asked them to put it in. They said no. Now, one of her daughters was poorly in hospital, really poorly. She had a breakdown with all the stuff with her dad and everything. I don't know, the nightmares and everything was coming to her. That dirty bastard phoned the Gazette up and said, oh, she's in the hospital now and she wants to do a story on her dad. They went down, all the photographers, all the people, and she had another mental breakdown through him. What a fucking dirty bastard. Scum of the earth he is. And then when he's getting it back, he runs to the police. I can't understand you, Cleveland Police, why you're doing this. I can't understand why you're sitting behind this man when you know he's sitting with ex-police officers that have arrested me in the past for murders and kidnappings and shooting and blackmails and all the stuff. I've got off and I went to court. So yeah, this sounds like to me a vendetta to get me because you don't like me because I beat you every time. And you fucking bacon heads. That's all you are, bacon. You stink of bacon, pigs. You're torturing other people, letting him do what he's doing. He's using you as a vehicle to bully people. And as soon as he's offering people out, they're going to his house at 3 or 4 in the morning to fight him because they don't want to come to his house where the kids are. They're going there and they're getting arrested or lifted by the police because he's fucking offering them out. And that little scumbag gets left. He's like that, waving out the window like he did with Steve Mack, like he did with Steve Shannon, getting people lifted off the streets for nothing because he's working with ex-police officers. The cop who he's working with, Eugene Tate, was ex-detective sergeant in the drug squad. And the other one's Ray Martin. He was a detective superintendent of the murder squad. So these people are not just normal little police officers, they're high-ranking police officers. And I'm sure they end up going up to being a regional crime squad, a national crime squad policeman. So why would a national crime squad or regional crime squad policeman hang around the lowlife like him who's been to jail twice for burgling houses and selling heroin? And they would just go look at his record and go, fuck, I don't know what to do with him. I can't understand. So the only reason we've got is that's his handler. Ray Morton, you're his handler. He's been telling everyone you've been going out drinking with him in pubs. He's got pictures of you drinking with him. You've got him. He's got you on the show. This is great for Mark Hawkins. He's got you on the Sean Atwood show, telling lies about the Lee Duffy situation. What happened to Lee? You were a police officer. You signed an oath not to divulge information. The Lee Duffy family's mum, dad, brother, sister, daughters, living. I've asked for that information. It's privileged under the such a Right Something Act. You know, like when you do when you're free to come to call now, fucking information. The Information Act. It's under that. You're not allowed to divulge it. But he's divulged it to Jamie Boyle. He's come on and told everyone what happened to Lee. He's made lies up saying Lee got stabbed 7 times. He got stabbed once in the back with about that much blade went at him, and he got stabbed under the left armpit, and he died. He said, "Oh, when the ambulance was phoned, it was 2 minutes away. The ambulance was never phoned. The hospital's about a 5-minute walk, 6-minute walk. No ambulance was phoned. Absolute shit. It was a general hospital." He just keeps making lies all the time in the books. He keeps changing the stories all the time because he can't remember what day it is, Monday to fucking Wednesday. He hasn't got quite clear. He said the whole town, all the Teesside are talking about him. Everywhere all over the country. So I'm going to Nottingham with my mate. He's a car dealer. I'm going to Manchester. I'm going to Liverpool. And everywhere you go, the fest. How's Brian? He said everyone across the country hates him. They're all saying he got bribed with the court case. I honestly don't think he'll go to court. Honestly don't. You got to remember, he's put his version across. We've got our version. My wife is a fucking genius. You should see the stuff she's got. So when you go to court sometimes, for instance, if you say that and he says this and she says that and they say that, it's called tit for tat. And they kick it out because it costs hundreds of thousands of pounds for nothing. Because whatever he said, I've said back. And he said to me and I've said back. But everything I've said is true. I only say the things what he says on his channels or on Sean Atwood or other people. But Emma's got everything I've said about what he said recorded from more like the windows of draw, I'll fight you and all this stuff. He started all this. He started all this chaos, but I won't back down. No fucker. And he thought I would. He thought he's in a wheelchair. I'll get loads of money off him. I'll get loads of views. I'll offer him out. I'll do this. But the Lord Jesus Christ said different. You're not sitting in the wheelchair, Brad. You're getting out that wheelchair and you're going to get back to normal. And now I'm getting back to normal. He's fucking hiding in police safe house and shitting himself. I'm frightened. I'm scared. Well, why don't you keep it? If you can't be that frightened, like Emma said, when you keep every single day texting this fucking, I'm going to get you done in. I'm going to rape you. You started again with Gary Smasher. You started again with the Bellender channels, putting all them up. See, I don't watch them. Emma does, and she reports them, gets them took down. But he's fucking round the bend, so he can call me everything and do all these things to me. And I come back and I get locked up for saying, if you come to my house with any violence, I'll meet violence with violence. How can you get locked up for 17 police officers for saying that? So I said to the policeman, what would you do with your wife? He said, well, I wouldn't just stand there. I said, exactly what would you do? He said, well, I'll do what you just said. You'd have to fight violence with violence. I said, exactly. He said, yeah, but you got to remember this, Brian. We're only just doing our job. He said, you've got to remember the jury's got to see this yet, and the judge. And you've also got to remember the Crown Prosecution have got to look at both sides. They're only seen his side at the moment. The Crown Prosecution haven't got any evidence. They haven't been given any evidence. So how can I be getting arrested? I've phoned the solicitor the other day over this shit again. He went, Brian, they would have to tell me, like the solicitor, Beth from What's and What's, a lovely lady. She said, they have to tell us first, liaise it with us and let us know that you're getting arrested at a certain time, especially being a vulnerable person, being a very vulnerable person, she said. So they can't just fucking come out and arrest you. She said, they'd have to let us know and tell you if you're okay to be arrested because your injuries and the medication you're on. If I want to be a clever cunt, I could put the medication where I'm taking, when I take it in the morning, I can put that in the courtroom and go, well, I'm on oral morph in the morning, I'm on oral morph at such and such, 4 times a day I have to take it. I'm on tramadol, opiates. I'm on naproxen, opiates. So if I take them and I go to court, I'll be non-compass mentis because they make you where you don't know where you're at. You make you like you're floating. Sometimes I'm like dizzy on here. Sometimes my nose is itching because of it. So if I go to court and say I'm unfit for trial, they'll kick it out. You didn't know that, did you, tinfoil? You didn't know. I've got all the secret little fucking things. I've been to court that many times, you fucking idiot. I've represented myself half a dozen times. I've got off every single time. So if I go to court with a doctor's letter saying I want these medications, all you's on here know you're not stupid. If you're on smop, how can you give evidence? You know yourself when you go up. The first thing to do is they nick you at the police station. If you had any drugs, you go, yeah, well, 10 hours later, they won't talk to you for 10 hours. So how can I go to court if I have them at say 9 o'clock in the morning? The court starts at 10. And I'm going to sit for 4 hours, 6 hours, 7, 8 hours in the courtroom. The condition I can only come in here for a couple of hours a night. My back's fucking killing me when I come off. So I have to take the medication to come on here to sit here and talk to you. So how am I going to go to court? How am I going to go to court when I'm not fit enough to be stand for trial? It's kicked out straight away by the judge. The magistrate, it goes to the magistrate's first. And if you're not fit enough to go to court, the doctor sends you a letter and the doctor's letter goes in. The case is kicked out. I'm too clever for you, tinfoil, so you're fucked. So I don't even have to get any evidence or anything. It's going to get kicked out. Yeah, okay, Terry, mate. I'll see you soon, son. Have a good day, mush. Just eating. And my daughter's just eating. Well, every fucker's eating. I've just had some porridge. I only came on today. I wasn't going to come on tonight. I only came on because Tony Peacock and Carrad asked me to come on. Wayne Carrad, that's it, yeah, Wayne Carrad. Wayne's a good lad. So I thought I can't leave them there because they'll be depressed. So I thought, children, stop it because you're getting spoiled, you little brats. So the little brats come on, wanted me to come on. So I want you to come on. So my little brats have shouted me to come on, so I got to do it. I said, children, behave yourself. They were laughing their heads off. Somebody was looking at my weights and the strength things today, and they was loving it, they said, because he was saying I was lying about my strength. And I said I could squat 320k. He's making it up. But I never had the videos to prove it, you see. They were out of the way. When I put them on, he went, he's not even doing it right. So no matter what I do, it's always fucking bullshit. So I put them on 320 odd k. It's like nearly £700, which is the weight of a fucking small car. He's going, anyone could do that. Well, why don't you show us how it's done? He's coming today saying, don't listen to this man. Cockerill knows nothing about training. Well, I qualified for the Britain's Strongest Man. I came 5th in the Mr. England junior bodybuilding show in Gateshead in front of over 1,000 people. You've never competed. You've never even trained in the gym. You've never done that. You're saying, when I'm on the pads, there's something like 35,000 people commented, the power off them punches would take your head off. Oh, you're too slow. You're off balance. You've got no power. Well, how come everyone else is saying different, Jamie? You're just a crank. So what you did with Dale, you started following Dale's pages because Dale started doing his own books. It was called Being Stitched it was called. And he started trolling, don't get this, he's a rapist. Don't get this, he's a paedophile. Don't get this, he's a nonce. So that's what he's told these young kids when they smashed the window. He said, Emma and Brian are paedophiles. He never said Cockerill. These people, where you're going, nonce relations of mine, he said. So we said we were paedophiles, and that's why they put the windows. So now they've known what he's done. They've totally changed their mind. They're totally different people now. They've realised what they've done. They thought, fucking hell, he's made all this up. A compulsive liar. Liar he is. He's sitting, he looks like the night he was in that house in the bedsit. He was in a bedsit to me. So I'm waiting to get arrested again, not charged. But I'm not bothered if I get charged. You can't go to jail for malicious communication unless it's really bad. So when I'm telling these stories, it's just stories what I'm reiterating what he's just said, and I'm proving to everyone he's ripped everyone off. That's what I've tried to do. Other people, if they want to watch it, don't have to watch it. They don't have to come on the show. It's no problem. If you don't want to come on, don't come on. But the thing is, you don't need to matter about that. We've got no defence ever. But the police need to know. If they can see, they're going to think, well, fuck this, we're fucked here. It's not going to go there. It doesn't matter if it goes to court. Even if I went to plead the guilty, I'd get a caution. You'd have to say, keep away from him and he'll keep away from you. That's what they do. It's not going to go to trial. They're not going to spend hundreds of thousands of pounds on a fucking court case in the magistrates for weeks and weeks and weeks. I can't sit there for weeks. I've got the proof for the doctors. I can't sit in a room for like 2 or 3, 4 hours. And the trial could be on for 2 or 3 days or 2 or 3 weeks. So there's no way I'll be able to stand thinking for trial. Well, that's definitely going to happen. I'm telling you the truth. I'm cool enough to get the record. I can't fake it because I've got all the proof of the doctors, Dr. Bhatia, Dr. Asif Awari. They all say, whoever he has, he's got 2 massive titanium rods in his neck with nuts and bolts. He's had 7 vertebrae, all calcified bones chiseled out. He's had 3 plastic vertebrae put in with screws in. He's got the medication and 20 odd different types of medication. You can go to court when you're on that type of medication. If you get nicked tonight, you were drunk, they put you in the cells for about 5, 6 hours, 10 hours, I think it is, before they can talk to you because you're non-compass mentis, because alcohol's a mind-altering drug like cocaine is. So it's like opiates, they're mind-altering drugs. They make you calm and so you can go to sleep. You're getting you, Peter. I love Peter, he's class. Can't wait to see Peter's mint. Me and Peter the same. Fucking what about wheelchair? He'll come to court with me in a wheelchair, both of us. I'll probably get beat up in a wheelchair race. Like he'd be fitter than me. Both of us in the wheelchair. What we'll do, we'll get fucking Mark to give us a tour on the back. He's like, Mark Emerson, he'll toss the court at the back. Mark's funny as well. You've got to have a laugh on you. I'm not bothered. I've been up for murder, attempted murder in 2 police. I've been up for all sorts of things. So armed robberies, kidnapping, fucking extortion, fucking all sorts. So do you think I'm going to be worried about fucking malicious communication? It's an embarrassment. I'd rather be up for attempted murder. It's fucking embarrassing. Mr. Cockerill, we're charging you with malicious communication. It's fucking embarrassing. What fucking any honest fucking top gangster gets charged for that? It's fucking embarrassing, it is. So he sat there screaming, he's getting 10 years, he's getting 20 years. The guidelines is this: you get plead guilty, you get 2 years if it's a bad thing, or you get a caution. 9 times out of 10 you get a caution, or a fine, or both. But you're not going to go to jail for it. It's absolutely pathetic. Sometimes they just say, right, tit for tat, you stay away from him, and you stay away from him. If you say out to, like I used to do in a couple of states, it'd be like the Joneses fighting with the Smiths, whatever. You fucking behave, and you behave. Both sides, you behave. If you start, I'll tax you. If you start, I'll tax you. I'll take money off you. I'll put you off the estate. And they both say, oh, fucking, we're going to get together now. Fuck this. And I'd come like the travellers, like I'd say. I've got all the travellers in the North East behind me, all of the London, Doncaster behind me, all the ones in fucking Bradford behind me. I know them all. I know all the bikers and everything. Staff couldn't know no one. He's a divvy. He's going to get this one to fight me. He's offered. He's pretended that all these people. He's saying he's going to get me fight. None of them have said a word. It's him. Pretend to be them. But you know, if you pretend to be someone, that's just as bad. Because you're pretending to be someone, and you give someone dual harm and distress, then you're still doing a threat to them, and it's still classed as malicious communication. Even if you don't send it out and it's on your computer to someone, and you haven't sent it, the police get you, they can still nick you for it because the intent was there to send it. Emma's fucking lovely. She is. Emma's class. Yeah, mate. Come on, people. It's like it's. Yeah. Girls. Living onions. Oh, living onions, mashed potatoes, fucking beautiful. You're the real nightmares. Look at him, even putting the real nightmares. He got fucking cloned off him. So there's the proof that he's a fucking weirdo. I wouldn't have a clue how to clue. Why would you want to be somebody else? Be your fucking self. Do you remember fucking Mr. Ben? And he used to get up every day. He lived in 54. See my brain, it's like a computer. I don't forget now. He lived in 54 Festive Road on the right hand side. And further on, Mr. Ben was getting ready. So he goes to the shop. It's fancy dress shop. And one day he goes in as a baker. He goes into this like room and he becomes in an area. So he fantasises a baker. Well, he's not fantasised. He goes in there, becomes a baker for the day. And he's baking cakes and Mr. Ben done this and Mr. Ben done that. Boyle, he's a fantasizer. Walter Mitty. And the next day, Mr. Ben was walking down 54 Festive Road. He said hello to his neighbours. And he went in, did a little bit there, then he was in the circus. So every day he's a different character. That's him. Multi-personality. Mr. Ben, have a look. Mr. Ben. I can't remember his name now. He was in EastEnders, the man. Was he called Brian? I think in EastEnders. He was in EastEnders and he did the voiceover. And it's him. Every day he's a different character. One minute he's Paul Sykes, then he's Brian Cockerill, then he's Paul Bennis, then he's Richie Hoss, then he's Mick Sarby, then he's fucking Jack the Ripper, then he's the fucking Shark, then he's the fucking pedo, then he's a fucking the ABA fucking 3 times in a row he got to the ABA semi-finals. Absolute fucking deranged. Totally deranged he is. But he offered me out, like you said, you've seen him in London offering me out off his head. I will never go on YouTube again. I will fight you, Cockerill. I'll punch you all over. I'll mully you with my left jab. and I will skill you, and I will school you. I will pivot and move, and I will destroy you in a fight. And I know I can beat you. You never turned up. So you said you spent your son's life, you'd never go on YouTube again if you never turned up. You never turned up. And now I've actually offered you out. No, sorry, now I've accepted your challenge. You've gone and hid in Newcastle and been found, and you've done a run from there, and then you've gone somewhere and leave to somewhere you're hiding. So what's happened with you? You've been found wanting. 96 people on, guys. Don't forget to push the like buttons. 43 thumbs up. Yeah, I've got all that sorted, mate. I've got everything in my head. I've already been. Doctors already spoke to one of the doctors about it. You know, so he said, "Well, if you're on these meds, you can't stand trial. It's impossible. It's an impossibility to stand trial when you're on Oromorph 4 times a day. Because Oromorph's in your system for 6 hours. If you look at every 4 hours, 4 times a day is 24. It's not out of your system. So if it's not out of your system, you can't stand trial. And I have to take it for the rest of my life," they said. And if I don't take that, I'm on tramadol. If I'm not on that, I'm on naproxen. So they're all opiates. It doesn't matter if anyone knows my defence, because I don't give a shit. Because if I tell them now what I tell it then, it doesn't make any difference. The cops can't do nothing. The cops cannot override a judge, and a judge cannot override a doctor. A doctor stands, the presence of a doctor is a lot higher than a judge, because he's the one who is a professional medical practitioner, and that's what he does. Especially when you've got like a full team. I had 6 specialists who went, "Wow," he said, come back, you need to come back now." So we went back. I said, "What's wrong?" He went, "You're back." He said, "If you seen that," and I didn't understand it because it was all bones and bits and bobs. He went, "When we looked at it, there was 6 surgeons here. We are the top surgeons in the North East." And he said, I'm Dr. Chris here, Dr. Bart here. I think the one was called Timmy something, I can't remember his second name. And he said, "We do this for a living." He said, "The only time," all 6 of them have said this, "only time," he said, "when we put the light on and we see it," went, "Whoa, Jesus, wow." No, like, where's it that went? "So it's not too good," as the doctor went. "No, it's not too good." He said, "It's horrendous." He said, "How you're walking and how you're training is beyond me." He said, "Because anyone else, I've only seen these type of injuries when somebody's broke the neck." He said, "So I don't understand why you stood up and walking." And I said, "I'm boxing and everything on the bags and everything." He said, "I just can't understand that. It's like a miracle." So I knew then in my heart, I knew Jesus was with me. I knew for a fact the Lord Jesus was with me. And when they said to me, "You won't walk, I don't think you're going to ever train again. You might never walk again. It's 50-50 spin of a coin here. If you could end up seriously serious, 50-50, you don't end up in a paraplegic, which is in a hospital bed for the rest of your life." So I couldn't want to fight me when I was fucking in a hospital bed, because the hospital bed's still in the house. And when you get a hospital bed, if anyone works at the hospital, I know doctors or care workers, you only get a hospital bed if you're dying or you're seriously ill. I've had that hospital bed now for over 3 years, and I still haven't took it back because there's nobody. I've got a wheelchair as well, Zimmer free and all that stuff when I'm really bad. But yeah, I'll just fucking go there. Fucking, they can't do nothing. They can't make you go if you're not well. You can't stand trial. You remember the old gangsters film, come with oxygen bottles and all that, and the Godfather and all that. They go, "Oh, you can't go, his chest bad and all." I load the blagged it. But when they got that letter from a doctor, you can't fucking override it. You can't. So if somebody died or anything happened to them, then they would be responsible for the judge and the police. And imagine making me walk on the plank of wood about that wide, put it up on the police van, made 2 blocks outside out of a red container and a yellow container. Which I think the red and green was a yellow and green. I can't remember. 2 containers where you put your recycle bottles in. So they put them together. I said, "Officer, I can't get in the back of that van. I can't get in. I've got no strength." And there's no handles on the door because it's a van. I said, "Can I just go in the police car and sit in the front and you can take me in the car? I'm not going to kick off. I've got the handcuffs on. I've let you put them on me. It's the first time I've ever let you put them on, but you know why? Because I can't do nothing about it. I'm on medication." They told me what I was on. He said, "Oh, we'll sort that when we get to the police." I said, "Well, you're not listening to me. I can't physically get into the fucking car. I can't physically get in the van. I can get in the car. Oh, you've got to get in the van." I'm like, "Fucking, you want this anyway?" He gets a piece of wood that long, like a plank of wood, and he puts the yellow container turns it round, because you've got the box, it's like a box, turned it round, and he put the piece of wood, it was like plasterboard, because the windows got smashed, so somebody come around and put like plasterboard up for us. And there was a piece of plasterboard. He said, stand on that box to that box and walk along. So I'm doing that like that. He's holding my hand and I'm walking along, and I went and I fell. The reason why I fell is because I was too heavy and I stabbed the box. I went through the box. I could have fucking hit that floor, stabbed my neck, broke my neck and killed me. Could have been killed. And they've made me walk. And I've already been to the police station 4 times for tinfoil bullshit. And when I went in, I got no further action. So when the cop would come out, he went to me, do you know that what they've done? There'll be protocol in the book. He said, I'm not telling his name because he was a nice man. He went, you're up in the police station, a very vulnerable person. They should have contacted you and asked you when you can come in the police station instead of coming the way they did. 17 police, 2 armed response, and then there was loads of scattered all over. Proper armed response at the very bottom, which was the X5 BMW. All and what they've done, the dirty bastards, they put me in the van. I only had a t-shirt on. I was freezing. The weather was absolutely freezing. Put me in the back, and they were going over the bumps. Them bumps are called sleeping policemen. That's what they called them bumps in the road. Known for a fact they'd only been out of hospital a couple of weeks. And going over the bumps, I was on my back, like that. No, jumping over my head was hitting the top of the roof because I'm 6'3.5", and I had my shoes on, probably about 6'4" with them on. So my head keep hitting the roof when they're going over the bumps. So like, you fucking cunts. And then I got to the police station. They had me sitting in the back of the van for over an hour while they waited for the people getting looked at. So instead of taking me in and saying, well, we'll put you in the cells and out, you stay there and you're all right, and we'll book you in a minute. No, they had me fucking 3 hours stood in a room up on my feet. I said, can I go to the toilet? I went, oh yeah. I said, I've got a lot of, there's another thing, I've got an enlarged prostate gland. I have to have tablets to wee. I can't wee because the thing is not squirting as much as my wee. So I have to take tablets 4 times a day as well for that. I've got that many things on me. I've got to take tablets for my asthma as well, called muscular something. That's something to do with your chest, and it calms it down. So when you're sleeping on the night, because I'm choking in my middle of sleep, I wake up. I've had asthma since I was a kid. I've had COVID 4 times, and I've had pneumonia 5 times, in the last 5-6 years. So the injuries are horrendous, but my medication I'm on for my health is really bad. There's no way they're going to get me to stand trial with the injuries I've got and the medication I'm on. It's impossible. So I'm just sat here laughing my head off and go to bed with that idiot. You're getting 25 years. You get 25 years for murder, Jamie. 25 years for murder. You should get 25 years for that voice. He's going, my hair's, we're talking about my hair. All right, my hair's gone. I'm fucking 60-year-old nearly. But my hair's black, Jamie. Yours looks like you look like you've had a transplant off a coconut, ginger nut. You look like you've got a coconut, either that or you've stole a orangutan and you've stole the hairs off a orangutan and put it in your head. Your hair's, I said, he's going, my gorgeous hair, like that in London. I've got gorgeous hair. You're jealous of my hair, Brian. Jamie, I'm not jealous of anything you've got. I wouldn't want to have your hair. Why would I want ginger hair when I've got lovely black hair? Yeah, he's a pure snitch, mate. Well, he's not. But we didn't realise the extent how bad he was, and it's come out now. He's been doing snitching people. He even phoned the police on Stephen French. Stephen French said, "Leave Dale alone. He's got stage 3 cancer. I'm going to get the police on you." So then Stephen French said, "He's an agent provocateur." What an agent provocateur is, someone who works for the police. If you think about it, like MS said, who's the best person in the world to get people and set them up? I want to do a book about you, to know gangsters, and then go, what really happened? Who killed such and such? And when he does, he has a dictaphone, but he's got it hid, and he'll say, look, there's the dictaphone there, look, mate, turned off. There it is there, put that there. What really happened now while the dictaphone? Tell me the score, what happened? I thought, you must think I'm fucking man. I said, I don't know. He said, do you know who killed this person? I went, no. Do you know who killed that? I said, no. Did you ever get into murder? So I've been questioning over murders years ago. There was nothing to do with me. The people got caught who'd done them. Do you know this murder? No, I thought. And then Terry said, do you know when he interviewed you the week, Brian? I said, what did he ask you? He asked me about, did I murder this one? But actually, he done the exact same thing to me. Then he done the same thing. He went into London, a top lad. I can't say his name, but he's one of the main ones in London. He went in his office. He went, oh, yeah, you're all right. So I'm doing a book. He said, I know your dad was the main man. His dad was the top number one. And he said, Do you know who made the judgment? Get the fuck out of my office now. Get the fuck out of the office. Get the fuck out. He ran him out of the office. So he chased him out of London. A really powerful person. So he's always asking people. My mate Rob Holloway said the same. He's because of the double jeopardy law, the old law, where Julian and Hogg was murdered in Billingham by Billy Dunlop. And Billy Dunlop killed her and murdered her. And he put her under the bath in the house. So the Cleveland lazy cunt police. My mum phoned the police and said, look, my daughter went out last night. We were in the club, but I was in that night. Eleanor Rigby's, probably getting blamed that one on, but if he wasn't, of course. Eleanor Rigby's, and it was called the Big Night Out, the place. It was like a big round building. You went up the stairs. So in there, she's gone home with him and he's killed her in her house. And he's got out. Done one. So what happened is the police got a phone call a month later. I found my daughter under the bath. She's in her own house dead. You haven't even checked under the bath. So the police got hammered for it. So the law was called, if it's once you've been tried by 12 people, tried by 12 people, jurors, and you found not guilty, you can't get tried again. But now the new law's out because she brought it back up. She brought it out, and she sat in the House of Commons. You can see her at the front cheering because she's got it changed. But in America, it's still the same. You couldn't get tried for one murder, and if you found not guilty, they can't prove it. Even if you come out and say, "I've killed that person," they can't try you because you only get tried with one trial. So in this country, there's a double jeopardy law. Double means obviously second time, so you done 20 times in a row. So they brought it out because Billy Dunlop was going, "I killed her," and they can't do fuck all. I murdered, I did this, and I'm the first person to kill someone and tell everyone and get away with it. So they changed the law because of him. My little friend was a little Oggy, and he lives in Stockton. It was his wife, poor cunt. We sold him a book about a year or two ago. I felt dead sorry for him. So I said, I still remember it now, son. He said, I know, right. I said, but it's hard to live with it. He said, all that fucking time. He said, but at least now he's in jail, this fucker. So he got jailed. So that's what happened. It was called double jeopardy. So Boyle is asking gangsters stuff, and then you get the odd gangster and you get some drunk and get some full of coke, slip up and go, "Oh, that's why I never took no drugs with him. I took nothing. I didn't." I thought, "Yeah, I know what I'm onto you." So if you ever talk to him and he's got a dictaphone and records you, it's inadmissible at court, but the cops can hear you've done it, so then they can use it to find out and push for it, to get warrants to bug your house and stuff like that, and listen to everything you're saying, and then arrest you later on and go to court to see if you can get warrants to bug your house because of what you've said. But you can't use the tape recording what you've talked with tinfoil, because he has to say, by the way, we're recording you. You have to be told you're getting recorded. If you're not being told you've been recorded, then it's considered admissible. But if they get a bug for the house off the Home Office approval and hear you talking about it, then they can charge you for it. And that's why a lot of people are getting caught with these tellies, because they're talking with these Alexas. These Alexas are being used now in courts of law in America. People have been jailed for it. So that's what he's doing. It's called an agent provocateur. An agent means an agent for someone. So you're working for the police as an agent provocateur. It's like a setup. So it's blatantly entrapment, it's called. There's two words for it, entrapment and provocateur. An agent of provocateur, that's the one. So that's where he is, Boyle. He's a definitely snitch because he's working with these cops. Every time people make statements against him, the statements go missing. Every time people phone him or threaten him, they turn up to arrest people. So I'm going to ask the complaints creator, Emma's already got it on board now, to see how many people he's phoned on the police in the last 10 years. And I bet you it's in the thousands. So the police who are investigating it have said to someone else who was involved, not us. The woman said, "What's happening with the case?" She said, he said, he's on the phone every single day with his wife. She said, "I feel like a ping pong ball from ping, 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 all day long. Jamie, Shirley, Jamie, Shirley, Jamie, Shirley." She drive me around the fucking bend. They're actually stalking me now. So that shows the intent with the police. How many times he's phoned up about me? I'm going to get that as well. How many is he getting done tomorrow? Is he getting done today? He's obsessed. He's really obsessed to get me jail. Well, a bit sickly. You have to take the tablet. Here's what you have to take. Because I've had that bit of tramadol earlier. I start to feel sick. I can feel work. I'm trying face going red a bit. My nose itching. So I've got to take these things called mrbloombso. So I've got to take these anti-sickness tablets to stop me being bad. That's how bad I am. Really, really fucking bad. Mrbloombso they're called. Let's let you know what Cleveland plays. Steve Shannon, I love Steve Shannon. He's fucking class. He come with his little pal. We're not fucking a little fucking big chunk. And they stood there, and I knew I was safe then. I knew Steve wouldn't leave me. And I knew for a fact his pal wouldn't. I knew they were game as fuck. Really game kids, right? Fucking fight. They'd rather die with you than be fucking see you get killed. They'd rather be in the same graveyard as you, or in the same hospital, in the bed next to you. That's the hate of people I've got with me. People will fight to the fucking death and never give in. They'd rather die than see you get killed. They'd rather die with you than let you get killed. He wouldn't run away. But he hasn't got no one like that. He hasn't got people. He's never been in that thing where we've been in massive gun battles. We've been in massive fucking fights in the street where we've been shot. He's never been in something like that. He's fucking shitty. He runs away when somebody throws a punch. We've stood our ground when there's people been fucking shooting at us with guns and everything. I've got done in that house where they all jumped me 22 of them, smashed me to bits, stabbed me to the foot, 176 stitches, and left for dead. 14 people, hammered me, battered me with bars and everything. What did I do? Never said a word. Went to court and got them all off. I stood in the fucking dock and went there, my friends. He said, well, his DNA's off your bloods and on his clothes on, yes. Because the day, a couple of weeks before he was sparring with me, I hit him and he hit me and bust my nose. My blood went on his clothes. That's why my DNA is on his clothes. And that's why he's my friend. And he said, well, why is his number on the same day phone you? Because he's my friend, he phoned me. So the people tried to kill me, I got them off. I didn't get any money out of it. I did it because that's old school gangsters. You don't go to the fucking place. You don't make statements. You're a gangster, you take money off people, you're robbing people. If you're taking drugs off drug people and they shoot you, it's part and parcel of the job. It's the most dangerous job in the world. McIntyre said, I can't believe the most amazing thing about Brian Cockerill. He's still taxing and he's fucking still alive. 30 years nearly taxing drug dealing. He said, never heard of it. Never in history have we heard of it. That's why he's unique and burn no money. So they said, there's never been another person like you. He said, all the others have had gangs and stuff. You've done it on your own. You've gone into gangs where you're fighting 10, 12 lads and fucking knocking them out and battering them. And it's all documented all over Teesside. It's in the papers. It's in books. People know about it everywhere in Teesside. I don't make lies up. Bam Bam was a great friend of mine. He was a fucking psychopath, Bam Bam. He'd shoot in a heartbeat. He didn't give a fuck. The dangerous people. Speedy was another one. He would just shoot. I'd say he needs to take out the game. You just blast him. No problem. He tied in a wheelie bin, Speedy, and wait for you coming out and fucking shoot you. He was dangerous. He only weighed about 10 stone and about 5'6", 5'7", and he was fucking dangerous, really dangerous. Put it this way, I would never have liked to have crossed him. But he loved me and I loved him. But you have that affinity with some people. You know, that love that you've got between each other, where you're like warriors and you think, you fucking hurt him and I'll fucking kill you. And that's what you like. You stand up for each other. You don't back down to any fucker. Because once you back down once, every cunt comes for you. It's like Mike Tyson when he lost the fight. As soon as he lost that fight to Busted Douglas, every man in his dog went to fight him because he knew he was vulnerable. He knew he could beat him. But he only lost because he wasn't training. He was taking drugs and he was about 19 stone about 3 or 4 months before the fight. So when he dropped down to 15.5 stone, his best fight weight was 14.7. And he went to 15.10, I think. He was too big. Only on 1, 2, 3, stay. Telling freedom, this is one row. I'd rather die than speak. Yeah. I would rather die on my feet than snivel like a coward on my fucking knees. I'd rather die. They said, look, we'll let you go if you beg for your life. I go, fuck off, you fucking scumbags. Do your worst. I wouldn't give in. I wouldn't never back down to no cunt. Even if I got beat 100 times, I'd still go back another 101. I would never give in. Never ever back down to anyone. My mum said to me, when I had my first fight, I was 12 for money, 50 pence it was. There was a lad lived across the road, he was called Tommy Gibbons, and his brother was called Robert, and our Bobby was called Robert. And we used to play football with a little tennis ball between the gates called Gatey, where you get 2 points, you've got it through. One would go in the goal, and there'd be 2 or 3 years playing. And once you scored 12 points, like got it through 6 times, it was your turn to be in goal type of thing. So this lad's having a fight with me in the garden. Anyway, he was about 6'2", about 16-year-old. He wasn't big, he was about 12, 13 stone. But I was only 11-year-old, I think I was, 11 or 12. And I was like that, like a rake, about 7 stone. And I was only a little kid. So he's hitting me loads of times and I kept taking it. So my mum said, listen, son, You need to start fighting back. So I kept letting him hit me. And with this one day, I hit him, he fell to the floor. And I went to hit him, stand on his, jump on his head, jump on his head. Mum said, leave my Tommy alone. So I jumped off him. My mum shouted out the window, behave. So the next day, he told him he wanted to fight me. And I was scared. I was scared, not going to lie. Anyway, I goes to meet him. A bit jelly belly and all that stuff. My mum said, there's 50 pence. Now, 50 pence is probably like fucking 50 quid now in them days. 1976 or something. So she went, right, son, 50 pence on there. I'm like, you got the picture, it was only 15 pence again, the pictures. So I was getting scared a bit of it. I was going to have to do it. Do you know these people call people out? He'll tell you on here, Steve Shannon. Somebody called me out anywhere in Teesside. I'd go the first day, I've got all that shit back and forth on the phone. I'm like, I can't do that, mate. I've got to go straight to him. I'm going to smash your fucking skull, and I'd do it the same night. I wouldn't go, I'll fight you in, you'll fight me there. And it goes on for months and months and months. I can't do that. I go looking for them the same night to see it. I go looking for them and I'll do them in the same night. Then you can go to bed and it's all over. All that shouting back and forth. Anyway, so it goes to the fight anyway. It was near the toilets. There was a set of toilets. You remember years ago, the old days, they used to have like toilets where you could have a wee for that, like in the estates. And you'd have the door would be locked on the night, but you could go in the daytime. So it was near the pub. So I was fighting him anyway. He got me down by then. He kicked me in the face, and I grabbed him. I scratched him with my face. Hands caught him. And I grabbed him and I punched him in the face, and I cut his nose. And bust his nose a bit and give him a little bit of a cut. He had a scratch on his face where I scratched him. So I come back home. Anyway, he had a bit of a black eye. Anyway, a man cooked him out of the car and he broke her up. He said, because the size of him and kicking me. He said, I've seen the size you fighting him. He's only a kid. Look at the size you are. You're a bully. So anyway, I said, no, leave it go. And I started trying to get into him then. I was fucking like a fucking lunatic. Anyway, I got home. My mum said, what happened? Told her the truth. She went, I'm proud of you, son. Do you know that mark you put in? He'll never forget that. The other bust nose you've given him, he'll never forget that. I'll guarantee you now, a pound to a penny, he'll never fight you again. And she was fucking right. My mum's 100%. Never back down to bully, she said, because if you do, they'll just keep coming back and back and back. That's what you've got to do. Harassment, the real name, nightmare, harassment. He shall never leave you. I'd die for you. I'll do the same for you, mate. You know what? $1,000,000%. I heard Boyle has an office in the Bobby station. I think he'd probably maybe shagging one of them coppers. They're all dirty bastards. They're all them coppers. He'll tell you, he knows, the most corrupt, dirty, low-life fucking police it's ever been. They were all on coke and crack and everything. They were all out to partying on the weekends in the bars. You used to see them. They were sniffing coke off the fucking pool tables in the fucking tennis club. Over the border, they were all over there, fucking prostitutes and everything. I'm telling you, they were corrupt as fuck. They were giving drug dealers confessions. If you confess to something, Kevin, I know Kevin very well. Speedy, I know Speedy. That was his brother. Kevin, Speedy's his brother. Kevin's his brother. Speedy and Kevin, because well, they're cousin to you. There's Brian the Speedy. There was Mark Ormsby. There was Darren, who died. There was Brian, and there's Kevin. Kevin's a good lad. His daughter's a nice lass as well. She can have a fight. They're all dangerous. Five brothers, these of them. Yeah. So what happened is, what's the story now? Fucking lost what I thought about. Let's see what'll come back to me. Expecting the fights and what dreams. Police hit the light buttons. Yeah, guys, he was slacking with the light buttons. 96 on, only 47. So I won that fight. Well, I never won the fight, so he was getting the better of me. But that lad never ever hit me back. So I realised my mum was right that day. She said, if you could put a mark on these fuckers, they'll never come back here. So after that fight, I kept winning every fucker. And I started learning karate, kung fu, and karate. I learned Bob Cumber was a kung fu expert, a karate expert. Sorry, he was seven dan. He looked just like Chuck Norris, and he was the same type of skill. He was a 7 dan black belt. He knew Chuck Norris. He sparred with everything. From Redcar, lovely. Emma used to live near my uncle in the Lakes Estate in Redcar, in the courts. It's called the courts, little houses there. He was a lovely man. And he taught me jiu-jitsu and everything. Most of these people do karate, kung fu, and all that. They learn other bits of sport as well. I was also good friends with all does that Kai, was it called Kai, with the sticks with the fight. He came here and he massaged me like he had a sensei back in Japan and he trained him with the stick. So I can't, it was Kendo, is it called? Kendo, yeah. Kendo. Yeah, he wouldn't fucking there, mate. You wouldn't get out of bed. He would shit his pants. You put it up and say, it's like when we went to that fight with Bam Bam and everything, BJ and all, we got there. There was about fucking 40 of them with machetes and axes and everything. And the next minute, they all come out with guns. Because I went to have a fight with a red car. Got there, started shooting at me. I thought, the blanks. Bam Bam went. Bam Bam, we were in a 911 Porsche. And there was a van, a sports van from the Catholic Club in Hartlepool come. Big Rich Horsey, Vulture, all them coming. It's all in their books, it's the truth. Got there, and we got shown up. We had to fucking run off. There was about 40 of them with guns. About 6 of them shooting at us, but the guns they had were little Dillingers, I think they're called. So they're handmade, the barrels. So you could shoot there, and it'd probably hit over there. So when I was stood there, I had this woof go past my ear. So I went, they're fucking real bullets. We turned round, and the van had about 6 windows put out. There were really tiny little bullets in them, but they were fucking real. If they hit in your forehead or something, or your eye, they could have killed you. So we jumped in this fucking, about 11 of us got a Sierra Codsworth, Sierra Sapphire, legs hanging out the sunroof and everything. It was fucking hilarious. That's the type of things we used to roll with, fucking maniacs. And then you end up taxing these people in the end. And the lads who I went to fight ended up being one of my best friends. He'd done fucking nothing. I used to work at the dog with him. And it was all over the other lad. As you do, you get these fucking trouble where people say, he said, she said, he said. And when you get to the bottom, half the time it's fucking that person's fault who you've got to fight. It's the fucking one who's got you there. You get like trouble call like him, Boyle. Everywhere he goes, he causes trouble. Thank you very much, Steve. I'm staying for you, mate. I'm only not far from you. But when I get myself a bit better, we'll have some eat, and we'll go for a nice meal, some of my treats. But in the old days, you'd think people like my age, and now we think you'd have respect, but you don't. The cheeky cunts. Thanks. No, they couldn't do the fights, mate. I've had fights with like the Wrecking Crew. 17 of them are fighting me. I've knocked 5, 6, 7 of them out. I've had fights with the fucking Wrecking Crew. There's been 11 of them with bars and all sorts. I've knocked fucking 7 or 8 of them out. And they come now and say, Brian, tell all these things. He tells you the truth. He said he broke my jaw 4 times. He said 7 of us had to go to him, and he wiped us out in about 4 or 5 minutes. We were all on our asses. He broke 2 of our jaws. He said his fucking power was unreal. He said, but the thing what's so special about him, even when you hit him with everything you've got, he still keeps coming at you. You just can't put him down. He's that powerful. He's that strong. His legs are fucking massive. His neck's massive. He said, Bram, my mate, who's one of the best fighters on the planet, he said, no matter what era you were in, Roman days, these days, in 1,000 years' time, the Brian Cockerill of now would still be the same. He'd be the best fighter then here, there, wherever. He said, because that's what you are. He said, if you're in the Roman days, you'd have been the best gladiator. And that's what he said. That's what they said. So when I did the documentary and stuff, they said in the paper that Brian Cockerill, what he's done and achieved, we think in our minds, probably only 5 people on the planet. Stephen Richards said, who written the books, the first books on Lee Duffy and Biv Graham and stuff, said, probably said, I've written the Mafia, the Irish Mafia, your real lads. He said, I've written on the Polish Mafia, I've written in the Russian Mafia, I've written with the gangsters in London and places like that. He said, I think that only probably 5 people, and then Brian himself, probably 6, concluding Brian, could have done what he's done and got away with it. So I think out of 7 billion people on the planet, there's probably 6 people who could have done what he's done and then still survived and come to tell the story. Because if you put it in a film and think, there's no way he's got away with this so many times, but I fucking did. Steve Shannon will tell you he's from my area. He knows me very well. He knows he's been a baby. Being a little kid, he fucking dad used to take me around when he used to go to Bam Bams. Known for years. And never ever had a bad one. All the people in Grover are rough fucking people. It's a rough area. You've got to be rough. My dad was actually brought up there, he was born there. And there was 11 of these families, 6 sisters and 5 brothers. And Brian Clough was from there. So all the people in Groveville, when Tinfoil said he was going to do a book on Brian Clough, the protesters outside said, get the fuck Basil and all them stood there, and you're not fucking coming here writing shit about Brian Clough, who's a legend. My dad used to go to school with him, because we were from the same area. Brian Clough used to be a better footballer than my dad. My dad was a better runner. My dad was a brilliant long distance runner. And when you used to go in Groveville in the old days, they had these big posts. I don't know if you remember these, Steve, when you were being a kid, right back 40, 50 years ago. They had big poles, big like concrete ones that used to go up and they had the name, the Groveville in it. It was super posh, you know, like area, like it was like Ingleby Barwick. Really posh area. It was built then. My dad used to go to the near Ayrsham Road, Steve, was the school he went, and that's where Brian Clough used to go to school with him. Nice, lovely, a nice man, Brian Clough. He was another one, because he was from Middlesbrough, he was tough as old boats. Brian Clough really could fucking have a fight. The day in the life of Brian, remember that film? Yeah, but the thing is, if I'm lying about these things, people would come out and say he's lying. He would say fucking bullshit, and this one would say bullshit. But the only one who's calling me is you, Boyle. But when you first got me, you went, oh, you won't believe who I've got. Brian Cockerill, one of the biggest gangsters of all time, the biggest taxman of all time, the number one enforcer. What he's done in these lifetimes, and really said, when he was on the estates, when I was a kid, this is him telling the story, it's on Official Topic Talks. He said, everyone knew his name, everyone wanted to be him, and everyone used him like to scare people. He was a bit like the bogeyman. He said the amount of people he's fought and beat is unbelievable, but he's still alive. How he's alive, it's a miracle. But he said, I'm going to be doing his book. He said, people have said to me for five years now, you've got to do Brian Cockerill, you've got to do Brian Cockerill, you've got to do Brian Cockerill. But because I was doing the book, he says in this thing, me and my wife, Brian's got loads of good energy. He's a nice man. And he's never hurt any innocent people. He's never hurt any women or kids. Now he's saying I'm raping women and fucking kids. It's just twisted, changing the narrative to try and get. But your nightmares, he knows the same. Same Mark Emerson. Mark knows me from the old days. They all know me from the old days. But this daft cunt, he was on the estates and he got chased off by his own dad. His dad threw him out the area because he kept getting drugs and running bills up, so they were putting the windows through. So his own sister kicked him out of the house. His brother, his mum, his dad, they've all fucked him off. The van got shot up. Yeah, that's right, Steve. The van got shot the fuck. It wasn't even our van. I'm saying, we borrowed that van there, Richie and that, Richie Horsley and Stig and all that from Hartlepool, big naughty team we had. And one of the lads who was with me, I was 22 stone at the time, just got out of jail in 1997. I've been out of jail 3 days because of the riot. The fucking street, big massive shootout. So Mo Molan, you remember Mo Molan? She was the one who stopped the ceasefire up with the firearms of the IRA and the UDF. She's a lovely woman. She lived near Emma on the seafront. She was in the House of Commons. She never mentioned my name. She went, I can't believe what's going on. In my own area, there's been running gun battles in Redcar, Dormanstown it was, rough area, Dormanstown. Anyway, they went around all the people, interviewed about, 200 or 300 people. I was in dead. I never heard of Brian Cockerill. Nobody on them estates like West he lives. You don't go to the police. You deal it between yourselves. You sort it out. You don't get the police. You don't ever get the police. You only get the police if a child goes missing, or your car goes missing, or your fucking house is robbed or something like that. But the police don't turn up because they're little fucking scumbags. But they'll run about for people like Tinfoil. The rest poor Steve who did fuck all wrong. He did stand up for me. God bless him. And his little pal, little bump lad. But when he seen us stood here, Tinfoil's little gang will come out. The all little pussies ran away like little girls. And the kid was that big. He looked like a little girl who firebombed the car. It was Steve said, "Try that." He said, I didn't know. Him and his mate said, it's called the gas bride. He said, they only do about, I think he said about 4 or 5 miles to the gallon. So wherever he's come from like Groveville way or something, or in Middlesbrough. He can't have come from anywhere else. And Steve was spot on. So the lads did the same due diligence, found him and tracked him down. And he went in like where Groveville, there's little alleys. He's got in this little alleyway. And he is fucking about with the lad's bikes. And the lad whose bike it was punched him all over Middlesbrough, smashed fuck out of him. And then the other one got kicked fuck out of him, Billingham and put my windows through. So they both have been had good items. And that's why that coward's ran away, because he knows they've had it. He's thinking he's going to get it next. Imagine putting people in fireballing people's houses. And what he said to them, me and them were nonsense, we were paedophiles. That's why I got them to do it. And now they know, because Chris Curry's a great lad. Chris come as well. He's naughty fucking lad, Chris Curry. Really dangerous lad. And he come, and they shit themselves when they had a bit of backup. But when I was on my own live, they were going outside. They were saying, he's on the own now. He sat down so he can't get up because he knew I was paralysed. And one of them, I'd go out the front. I think it's the third time they go out, and I've gone out shouting at them. And they go, run. And they've dropped the firebomb, a smoke bomb. And they go, open the door, screaming at the drivers in the black Jeep. But Steve knew what Jeep it was. He said, Brad, there's only 5 of them Jeeps being sold in this area. I had one, he said. Another one, he said, I think it was an insurance job. He had lost, he got crashed or something. That was 2, he said. So there's only 3 to check. So the cops are easy found they are. They didn't even fucking try. Be like a unique vehicle. I don't know about them type of vehicles, but it was a unique vehicle, he said, and there's only so many being made. He said, so there's only 6, I think he said 6 being sold in the whole Northeast. So all you do is put it in the computer, like you see them in the films. But there was somebody done not long ago, they've been done for murder now, but running some of the car. Within 20 minutes, they found the house, the address and everything through the postcodes and the sat-navs and all that shit, the cops straight away. So what my answer was, when they got them lads who were supposed to go to my house, why didn't they take the phones off them? Because they'd have been registered on my front because he was on his phone, because the woman up here, she was in the house. And she came and showed me him the next day. She said, I've got this on the phone. And he stood talking. You can't see it's all snowy, but you can see the young lad, the same build as the one who was on the bike a couple of days before it, talking to someone. And then they've come down and then put the bricks down. Now there's a big hole in the floor there where the brick missed Emma's head by about 2 inches. If it hit Emma, it would have killed her. It was about 16 pound a weight, the brick. So Tinfoil texts back, he said, I better get my money back then since it hasn't killed you. He really thought he was fucking clever, but now he's fucking crying like a little girl with the police. Like I said to you, everywhere he goes, he's got that pedo Parker. 2 reasons. One, to mainly hide his face so he can't be seen. So he's a dodgy little cunt. And obviously, one reason, that's all he's got it for. So he's got that for that reason, to hide in the court so nobody can see him. Because wherever he goes, he's getting trapped. I think he's been battered 9 times in the last fucking 2 or 3 years since this happened. Also the last year or something. And he's been chased out of every single area in Teesside. Still, I'll tell you, nobody let him in anywhere in Teesside now. He's fucked. Yeah, that's right, mate. You're right, Sunrock. Yeah, well, what happened? I come out of jail, 92. I was in jail, got done for a riot in jail. So 92, I come out, and then I taxed this lad 1,000 ecstasy. And what happened? The people who went looking for me with a gun, they shot the chimney pots at my house in Roseworth, and they went to Kevin's house, and they ran and put the gun in the house, a shotgun. But they got it out the back, and there was a man, I think he was Ford, he was called, a farmer, and he used to have a bit of land, and he hid it in there, so the cops were looking for the gun. So that's what happened. So the cops and the people were looking for me type of things. They said, so I went looking for them. Anyway, all fucking come out in the end, but no one got locked up for it. No one got any fucking jail in the end. They got locked up, but they got away. But his house was downstairs. There was Chinese next door. It was another Chinese, and there was a flat here, and you could go to the top of the flat, and the one on the side you could go walk straight in. They used to do all the ecstasy from me there, and they used to hide it in different areas. In that area, it was fucking. We had it boxed off perfect. We had everything boxed off. Fucking Speedy used to always be tooled up with a handgun. We always had somebody with a handgun with us. And I always had somebody like 10, 11, 12 stone who could run like fuck. One lad run for the county, and he was like a top runner. And he would carry, like, say, 500 ephors with a bum bag on. If I got stopped with the cops, I'd let him out. He'd do a runner. And we'd always do it near where there's a fence where they could jump, where the coppers all got all the uniforms on. They can't run in them big daft, especially the armed response. So the young kids would jump, like, say, 20-year-old would jump over the fence and run like fuck through all the area where they're used to it and do one. What's he ran for? I said, there's a warrant out for his arrest. He said, I said, I just picked him up with the motorway officer. I said, I don't even know who he is. I said, I'd give him a lift because he was flogging a lift. I'd give him a lift. That was it. And we always had everything spot on. When everyone got caught, No one said a word. There was no comment all the way through till we got hold of the witnesses to get the witnesses drop the charges. So we'd find out, we'd go to court, we'd have somebody like a girl go in with her husband, like give them £100 or something. They'd go in with a pen and paper, write down the name and address, because it'll say, my name is such and such and such, and they give the name and address out, and that's how you can find out where they are. Then you go to the address, you get someone who knows them. So you go around and say, look, you know that sucker out, you know, it's Brian Cockerill's mates or Brian Cockerill's brother or whatever. They're willing to give you £2,000 to drop the charges, and then you give somebody the money, you give it to them, you give them a drink for doing it. No one goes to jail. That's the way you do it. You don't go around threatening. You get somebody who knows them, who are family members, and you split. You give them a wage for not going to court, and then they go in and say, look, I got it all wrong. I was drunk on the night. He actually threw a punch at the man first. My wife was there. She's told me the truth, and I feel awful now. I just want to retract the statement. They can't do that about the police. They can do fuck all, and that's why they hate me, because I'm always getting off with everything, because they always work things out. And I've had all this time being public to work everything out. My mate's a barrister, David, and he went, Brian, he said, you're fucking better than me at this. He said, I'm a fucking trained barrister, and you come up with things where I'm thinking, how the fuck's he thinking of these things? Your brain's like a fucking computer. He said, it never stops firing. And what locked up upstairs, really was as well, Kevin for. Yeah, I think they got caught with 9 ounces of heroin, didn't they, for that one? I think that was going to add about like £9,000, I think. And I think that 9 ounces of heroin was in the mum's fucking house. On the fucking, she left it in the coat on the fucking balcony. Wait, no, you put your coat outside. She put it on there, and they come in the car to find 9 ounces of heroin. I think Sean took the blame for it. I think he got about 9 years. He went to home house for it, if I'm right, Rock. He got 9. I think he got 9 years. And then it was Kevin. Kevin's a good kid. I like Kevin. He's nice. All of them were troops for me. They all worked for me. They were all young kids at the time, like 18, 19, 20-year-old. But what you do is you never ever give a man a kid's job. You never ever give a kid a man's job, sorry. And that's what I didn't for. Imagine using a 15-year-old and 16-year-old child to fire somebody's house. Imagine if they killed us. They would have found them, because with the murder case there, the help's still been going on, the investigation. And Boy would have grasped them up in a second with a heartbeat, and they would have been doing life stuff now. They'd have got 30 years apiece. They'd have got lost. They've never got out. You get more for burning somebody's house down and killing someone in a house than you do for shooting someone or stabbing someone, because the way they work it out, the judges, they say, when you stab someone with a knife, you can only kill one person, the person you're stabbing. When you set a house alight, there could be 10 people, 20 people in the house, kids and everything. So you get more jail for arson than you do for murder, because there could be more people. You usually get 30 years for arson. I remember a bloke, he burnt the barn down in Weatherby. He burnt it down when he was 16, and he did 30 years in jail. He got out. He was out 2 weeks. He went back in and burnt the same barn down, but it was being rebuilt, and he got lifed off again. Because he was institutionalized, where he couldn't function outside the jail. He'd been in jail 30 years. We're in Ricardo laughing. Yeah, these days are gone, bro. There's no loyalty. There's no loyalty at all. Well, like me, when I got caught, one of the things, what happened is, my lads always be. We had 4 key of coke in the car, and they had 2 handguns in the car, and it was Hartlepool, and the lads were driving. The cops come behind them, so I took the chase in my Cosworth, so they'd take them away from them. So they chased me. I could drive for fun. I wasn't as good as Bam Bam. I was fucking up there. And they chased me. So about 4 cars chased me. I left them for fucking dead in the Cosy. And I got away because I blacked out windows. I couldn't prove it was me. And I got away. So I took the heat off them. But later on, I got done because I couldn't see on the night when I was driving with the windows tinted out. I was fucking blind as a bat, like trying to see. I couldn't see. So I took them out, and I got caught by observations, and they had a camera of me going in the car, and you could see me driving. And that's what I got caught for that, when I got done for dangerous driving. I got 3 fucking years for a driving offence. I got locked up. The army response come for me for a driving offence. I've never had not like it in my fucking life. But like that, this story was getting told about me getting charged for saying, if you come to my house any violence, and you say, I've been I'm coming up for 14 months being under investigation, you think, fuck off and bullshit. There's no such thing. But I have. Even the mafia, lads I know from New York have said, fucking you still on that for that? Like, bail. I said, not on bail. I'm released under investigation while they investigate. He said, well, what the fuck are they investigating? You've only said one thing. He said, and that's all they've arrested you for. And they said Carl Walker was getting arrested. He said Carl was getting done for a terrorism act. Carl sent the IRA to his house with 4 IRA with guns. The lass across the road, seen them. And she had a camera up. When the cops come, she saw the camera. There was no one with a gun outside. There wasn't any 4 IRA there. When it said, I'm IRA, I'm going to shoot you. It was all in his deluded head. So when they come, he went, oh, they were in this car and all that. So they've gone down the motorway, checked, nothing. Checked, so Carl Walker got off. It was all made up. He's lied all the way through. He said, he's got people who phone me from Ireland, they're going to kill me. He's got people who phone me from a pub. The cop went, wait a minute. Because he was telling somebody else the story. And in the end, Carl got locked up, but he got on tag, and he got off with it. But he never fucking done that. All he did is support me. He seen the bullying that was going on with me and Emma, and he come to see us like Steve Shannon did, and like it'd be like me with somebody like Norman Buckland, who's older than me, or someone like Lenny McLean if he was then old now, if he was still alive. I'd go, Lenny, I'm here for you, brother, because you do that with people who've got respect. Yeah, we never had the police in the States. I lived in there till the knob next door moved in. Yeah, the thing is with the coppers, my granddad used to say, the only good copper is a dead copper. That's what he used to say. He said, you could never trust them. No matter how much you think they're all right, you could never trust them. They're fucking 42-faced bastards, they are. Yeah, horrible. Oh, yeah, Rock. Chris Howells. You're right there. Every fucking man. On Sean Hotton, yeah, he said every country related to me. Every man with his dog. But I've never heard of anyone saying, I'm going to bum your dog. I've heard of scumbags say, I'll burn your house down with your kids in, which is fucking vile. You don't do that. You just think, well, wait a minute, I'll get you when I get you. But you don't go to people's houses when there's kids. Number one rule, there's a line in the sand you just fucking draw and think. I went out in Hartlepool. You know the lad, but I won't say his name. It was near the swings, Rosbeer Park, and this kid was doing the coke. He had 20 grand of coke coming, 20 grand cash off the lad coming. That was a 40 grand tax. I got to the door and he come out with a gun. He went to shoot me. But how you have cunt? Because I always say, charge your gun and run from a knife because you can't outrun a fucking gun. So I run at him like that and he went bang, shot me, but there was no noise. And I went like that because it was like a hit. And there was a yellow, I went like that and there was a yellow pellet. Proper yellow, it was a little round fucking, there was a ball bearing gun. So he shot me with a yellow plastic ball bearing. Where's that like, you stupid cunt? I went to go in the house and there was all of a sudden about a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old come in the front because they had a baby gate up. I went, yeah, I'm away, mate. I said, don't worry about it. And walked away. And he phoned me up the next day and he said, I appreciate what you did there. He said, I understand, that's what you do for a living, tax. And he said, but thank you very much. He said, anyone else would have just come to take the money. I said, you can't go in the house where there's a woman with 2 fucking 3 and 4-year-old child. And shit. That's what I'm saying with that daft cunt. He's saying, I'll threaten you some with a knife. I've never, ever, Steve will tell you, I've never, ever, ever in my life had a knife in my hand. I've had guns in my hands. I've never had a knife. Never, ever carried a knife. I never been. These are better than my hands. They're more dangerous with my hands than a fucking knife. And you don't get as much jail. I've never been done for any of offences. Burgling people's houses, robbing people's houses, selling drugs. Never been done for anything apart from driving offences I got done for. And when I did get caught, I was remanded for 4 months and I got 3 years and put to 9 jails are sent to me too. For fucking a driving offence for failing to stop. I've never had anyone get that much jail. When the guidelines are 2 years for somebody murdering someone in a car crash. I got 3 years and I was remanded for three or 4 months to home house. Then I got remanded to Durham. Then he took me to Acklam, so we can't have him in here. Because they're right in Durham. What happened? I was in there and Duffy had been killed, and these fucking screws started being clever to me, and I started shouting at them. It was called Brian Robson, the same as a footballer. I said, listen, you daft cunt. He went, yeah, I fucking come on then. We got 6 of them on the wing, just before B wing. We go through the A wing. And he went, I said, come on, there were about 6 of them. There was this big tall one, he was about 6'6", but he could bench about 300 pounds. He was a big low bloke, a bit like a gladiator. The old gladiators, the old gladiator thing. Anyway, it was me and Elvis Tom over in the pad. Tom was a pro boxer. I came round, Mufti squad. And he had this mask on and all that shit. And he couldn't open the door and he couldn't get in. He was that tall, about 6'4", 6'6". So I said, come through that door. Come on. And jumped about and I was massive. Steel tell you how big I was. I'll punch my fist right through your visor and I'll smash your fucking skull off the floor. Come in the fucking pad, screaming. Like, I mean, I was a fucking psychopath then. And they just stood outside for about 10 minutes and Tom went, Brian, they'll just like, actually, you just go down the block. I went, you're going to have to fucking kill me. And I was fuming, like foaming at the mouth. And they knew I was serious. So I went, let him walk down. Because what they usually do, they get your arms up your back. One holds you in a wrist lock there. One holds you there. And then the other one pushes your head down like that. So you've got your arms up your back with their arms on. And your head's pressed down here. And you have to walk down like that. Rock knows what I'm on about. So I went, fuck off. And I skittled them. They all went like skittles all over. Anyway, I come out. And I went, do it again. I'll punch your fucking head in. So I walked up and went, you need a wash for your scruffy cow. Because they were just prison when we were in. I went, you need to get a wash. You need to polish your shoes. So I was inspecting like they were in the army. So there was loads this side and loads that side. I was in like a gauntlet. I walked up and said, you need to get a shave, you scruffy cunt. You need to get your teeth brushed. And I was doing that and they were just sat there. They were shaking like a foot. So I goes, right, because these are like 9, 10, 12 stone. I was 24 stone, 10 pound. So I goes up to the fucking doorway. He was called Moses. Can you remember him? Rock or Steve. He was in there. He was in Home House and he was in there. He was a black lad. Called him Moses. So he said to me, get yourself in there and do your press-ups. I said, well, you get in here with me and fight your fucking shit house. You had about 50 screws with you there. You couldn't ever done that. You shit yourselves. So what happened, I got done because by law, I always read the pamphlet. By law, you're allowed to have a video every 3 days, right? So they never give us the video because there was a kick-off. I knocked 2 lads out of the jail and they got knives to stab me out of the kitchen. So anyway, long story short, we never got the film, so I kicked off. Because I kicked off, that's why I got put in the block. So Elvis Tomo, they said, right, we're going to have a sit down in the yard for Brian. He said, what for? Well, do you know the film he tried to stick up for us to get us today? They put him in the fucking block. He said, like a couple of days ago, he stuck up for us. He said, they put him in the block. He said, right, we're all fucking protesting. So they all went out on the yard. Not everyone. It was 174, I think it was. 168, sorry, that was it. It was 174 stitches I get. So 168 people went in the yard. They sat down. We're not coming in. They were sitting on. They used to be in them days, Steve. They used to be. Can you remember him, Steve? You'll remember him when I tell you. Paddy Watson. Remember Paddy Watson? He used to have the Cosmos and that, Steve. And his brother, Wagga Watson. When he broke out of jail, we broke him out of jail, allegedly. We had him on the run in a flat in Church Street in Hartlepool, above the Cleveland, I think it was called. The Cleveland or the Clarendon or something. In that street there, just before you come out, there's a corner pub at the Jackson's pub. We had him in the pub there, and we got him to Doncaster. He broke out of jail. I'll tell you about it in a minute. So let me think where we are. Yeah, so I goes out on the I'm in the jail. Brian, you all right? I said, yeah, man. They put me in the block. So the block in them days was only about 5 foot wide. You used to be able to do that with your head. And your head would touch the wall, and you'd have to put your shoes on. And do you remember them, Steve? The paper, they were compressed cardboard, like paper for the stool. They were really hard. You could sit on them. And there was a bed, you had a little set. It was bolted to the floor with screw, like bolts and nuts in. And you had like a table, but it was made out of compressed cardboard stuff. So anyway, I'm fucking in there next minute. They said, oh, we're not coming in. Let Brian out the block. And we'll go back in or not. So then we sat there about 3 or 4 hours. So some started going for like fucking freezing and wanting the food and that. So Steve, he was there. Stevie, fucking hell, what's he called? Brian Lancaster was there. Moses, fuck, they call him from Radcliffe. Black lad. Benson was there. You probably know him, Rock. Great lad. They all sat down on the yard. So they're all sat down there. So Wagga Watson, because they used to be, when you came out, you go in the yard and you walk around, but what they used to have, there was a gym built outside. It was made of wood. It was about 30 foot long and about 20 foot wide, and had dumbbells, bars and everything. So they were in the gym training, and he went, "How's been locked?" He said, "Bryce in the lock went, fuck it," and he smashed all the roof open. The screws ran out of the gym. They barricaded the door in the gym. And they got the other lads off the yard. They got in there with the smashed holes in there. the roof, and the ones that got on the roof, on the little roof, it was about 12 foot high, the roof. We were on a flat roof on this building, but used to trade on the weights. So they smashed all inside there up, and they're throwing dumbbells at the screws and plates, metal plates, what you put on the bar, like back plates. Anyway, the fucking screws, it went on for about two days, I think it was. So Douglas Hurd come, he was the Chancellor Exchequer, one who puts people in jail and signed all the petitions. I think it was him. Anyway, he came, and I said, tell him I want to speak to Douglas Hurd. He would let me speak to him. I said, well, look, I said, I'll get the lads in. Let me go on the yard, I'll get them in. I promise I'll get them in, as long as they don't get hurt. I don't want to see anyone getting hurt. I'll get them all in. No, it's gone past that now, Dan. He said, it's gone past that. I went, well, why do you want to cause violence with them? And I can get them in for fucking now. They will come in for me, I'll promise you now. So anyway, they wouldn't let me out. Anyway, the next minute, Benson's coming, all his fucking face smashed the fuck, all his nose, bust arms, everything. Another one come in, a leg broke. Another one come in, the arm broke. So what they've done is they couldn't stay. One of them nearly got on the big roof, the one you on the main roof. He was climbing up the drain pipe and it snapped. But they went back on the little roof and went into the pipe. Everyone will tell you about the jail there. So what happened is, the screws come from what's the main jail up there? The big jail, Durham jail, and then there's the one. Fucking on where all the people, all our lifers go. I can't remember what it's called now. They came, the screws from there. Accrington, I think it was, screws come. I think something like 400 screws come. And they lined up like the gauntlet. And there used to be a series called The Price is Right. And he went, Lancaster, come on down. And he had to come on down and go through the gauntlet. And they were battering them with these like coshes, but they were like they weren't like fucking wood. They were like some type of, I can't remember what they were like a leather, wrapped in leather or something, anyway, so they didn't break their arms and legs as bad. And they were hitting them, and every one of them, it was 11 of them got done. And that law came out where it was called mutiny. They all got nicked, they all got done, they all went to court, they all got 2 years each for mutiny. That was for me on the roof, that fucking all went the roof. So when I was going to the jails, I was down for cause of riots in 2 jails, one in fucking Cumbria, and one in there, and nearly caused another one in there. When I went on the yard, the screws coming, about 60 lads walked over. He said, you take him, you're going to take us all. So they all just stood with me on the yard in Home House. The screws shit themselves, and the main screw was called Mr. Mac. He was from Groveville. He was from Ragworth, where he's from. Moffat Road he's from. And me and Monkey Lions were in, and he used to bring his bottles of whiskey. I didn't bring whiskey, it was fucking horrible. He'd bring me the cardigan. New Year's Eve, we were playing pool New Year's Eve, where everybody's locked up, and drinking Bacardi and Coke and ecstasy. We were on there, and we got a little telly in them, little Casey. You remember the little tellies you used to get? We got one of them in, and the screw let us why they couldn't up. Mr. Mac lived next door to Speedy, fucking class, and he used to come up. Speedy used to come up to see me, and just let him in. He used to give me all sorts. I used to be on the visit, 5mm syringe with testing, fucking straight in my ass. Screw used to see me do it. Just tear his head away, stick it in my ass, and have a 5mm syringe every fucking fortnight on a visit, or every week if they come up every week. So we used to do that, and the screws didn't do that. As long as we kept the place right, they were all right with us. Yeah, it was easy. We used to get all the best of food. I had every fucking thing boxed off. I had the telly on in the fucking pad. Every cupboard's locked up. We're out off all. We're like that cabbage on the egg. I couldn't. He said, you have to go out your pad now. But I said, Mr. Mac, I can't get up. I'm fucking cabbage off the egg. He went, shh. Then we finds out. I said, oh, fuck them. They're not getting any. They're not getting any off me anyway. If they find out I've got some, no one's getting them. They're mine. He was laughing his fucking head off. He was class, Mr. Mac. He was in a bad car crash. He nearly died. He was crippled in a wheelchair for years. Anyway, big, massive Scottish Mr. Mac, big Scottish bloke, about 6'4", about 20 stone, really rough bloke from Glasgow. But he was really good with Speedy as well. When he was in jail, he helped him and all. Yeah, fucking them days, you could do things then. You can't do it now. The screws are fucking divvies. But yeah, fucking great times. Yeah, Steve sound it's made scared for my boys growing up. I forced them into boxing just to show you can look after. Yeah, you need to do that. You need to do that because you can't always be there for them. You're not going to always be there for them. One day you might be fucking away or something, and they've got to learn. I used to say it when I took Big Ryan, who was in the documentary, I'll train you If I find you, like Bram says, if I find out you have trained you and you're hitting people and bullying people, you fucking finish with me. And I've had a few where there've been little daft cuts where they've been bullies with the kids in the Bamsel Club. And I've had to finish them. If you don't come back to my house now, I used to train them. I've trained fucking hundreds of kids over the years. Always been good with kids, really good. But this staff called Brian's this and Brian's that. No, Brian isn't this and Brian isn't that, Jamie, because if I was all these things, it would have been out by now. It would have been if I'd done these things you say, and he said he sexually abused a woman. She was 97, 30 years ago, 97, 107, 120. I think it was 127 she would have been. I thought, if I abused her, that means she's 127. How can somebody be alive at 127? He's fucking round the bend. She's going to court. I've given her all the encouragement in the world, he said. She's meeting me in London next week. The next day, when he's abused another 2 girls, 2 9-year-olds, 20 years ago. So he said he's abused 2, what was he said? 20 years ago, he abused 2 9-year-olds. So the 2 26-year-olds are going to court. Well, 20 and 9 is 29. You fucking moron. Can't count. What a shit. I've only been to London 3 times in my life. I stayed one night. I had a little troll down there. I met the young Charlie Richards down there. Got on with him great. He just talks a lot of shit. There's another thing Steve's saying. Brian Cockerill, you've been going to that fetish club in Middlesbrough for years. I've never heard of a fetish club ever in anywhere in the northeast. Never mind Middlesbrough. I've never heard of a fetish club, and that shows you. He says I wear nappies and I wear women's clothes. No, you talked about your fucking self, you divvy. You're the one who wears fucking clothes, and you call yourself Beryl. You wear women's lipstick, pink lipstick you got on. You walk around like that, going like that in your house, in front of your fucking child. The minor, you keep calling him. He's about 16, 17-year-old. He's not a fucking minor. Fucking full of shit he is. He did it with Dale. He said, what are you going to do, kidnap my son? Dale, well, I've never mentioned kidnap my son. What are you worrying about? And then Dale said, it's his MO. That's what he does. He pretends you've threatened his wife and his son. My wife's been threatened. Never threatened his wife in my life. Fucking full of shit. She went, oh, I seen Brian Cockerill run down the street with a big rod, and he was putting an accelerant in my car. I was in the hospital bed, paralysed, I couldn't walk. Fucking full of shit. The cops didn't even come to my house. And you know, oh no, it wasn't Brian. I seen him pegging it down the road. Well, somebody's cop, I said to him, I said, that's not Brian Cockerill. Brian Cockerill's 20 odd stone. That he looks about 9 stone then. Just made up fucking shit. Just anything to get me locked up. Fucking mental. What are you going to do, Steve? When I get better, we'll bring them around here, take them on the pad, and I'll show them all the good moves, make them keep them right, mate. When I get right, you can start popping over them. We'll have a run out with them. We'll have them on the pads and stuff. I've got a full everything: mace ball, floor to ceiling ball, speed ball. I've got the fucking big heavy bag. I've got everything. All the gloves, a lot. I've got all the weights as well. They're going to start training me on the weights if they want. I'll train them. It's great to see them, you know. You see them coming in, they're a little bit shy and that, and then they start training, and you see them growing and bigger, and then you can see the confidence in them when they're training. You can see them, they say bench 100 pounds or something, go, and then you get them to like, come on, you can do 120, come on, one more rep, come on, more, and they'll come off, and you see the buzz in their faces. It's great. I used to do it with young Ryan, great kid Ryan. He stayed with me for 5 years. Still calls me dad today. Chrissy Ireland. I looked after him. I looked after fucking another kid for 3 years who lives around the corner. There was a fight in the street with his 5-year-old brother and a 6-year-old lad. And this man, about 37-year-old, fucking punched him in the face. 13, you know, and jumped on him. Chrissy, fucking hell, you know. And he jumped on his collarbone, broke his collarbone. So the cops come. His mum had got 6 kids and her husband, and they've all got pure blonde hair. They look like the Village of the Damned, you know, that horror film. The little kids are all aliens. So then the kids all come along. Brian, my brother's been beat up, and they were crying. I'd come here, son. I'd give them all the cover. I'd come here, I signed all the little autographs, give them a little card, Brian Cockerill security card, and then I give them all the plastic one. But it was Brian Cockerill security, protect this house, these premises 24 hours a day. So I give them it for the bedroom. They went, no, they won't be able to get it now. Brian's looking after it, look with protection. And poor little cunts were scared. Poor little kids. So anyway, the police come. They said, no, that was at the mum said, oh, the police have said we're going to have to move you out of the area because you might start again because you only live next door. So we're going to have to move your yam, which is about 6-7 miles from here, but move school and everything for about a year before they go to court. I said, so anyway, I said, go and tell the mum I want your mum. So his mum come round and he used to stay at the weekend at mine with Chrissy Ireland. Benzi's little kid used to stay, little James. All the kids used to stay, it was fucking class. So anyway, his mum said, what do you want, Brian? I said, do you want it to stay at my house for the court case? She went, what would you do with that? I'll pay you. I said, don't you dare insult me. I said, leave him with me. Anyway, you go home, see his mum and that. Like, you go up on the street, come in here, see her, talk to her, and then come in, go to bed, get him some food, go to bed, get up, go to school, come back, and I had them trained on the weight and trained on the bag and everything. He was here for about 13 months, 18 months, something like that. So one day, I'm at the shop in Thornaby, stood in the queue, and there was this big kid, about 6'2" and about say 15, 16 stone, looked tough as fuck. So I'm stood there, and you don't remember me, do you? No, son, I'm sorry, I don't. He went, I'm Chrissy. Chrissy, who stayed at my house? I went, oh my God, look at the size of you. I said, I thought you were going to beat me up. He said, I thought you were looking at me strange. He said, I can't believe it. I said, when I used to say it, I used to say, get a job. I said, get a job being a plumber or get a job being an electrician because you'll be in the house all the time and you'll be working instead of outside, like working on the roads and stuff. They're no good, them jobs. They fucking end up with arthritis and everything. So he said, I've got a job. I'm in the army. I'm a plumber. I think he said, not an electrician. I'm a plumber in the army. I went, oh, I'm so proud. He said, you know this little girl here? I went, never. You're not. He said, that's my daughter. I went, I can't believe it. I was so proud. You know, like, I got upset a little bit, but soft-hearted. I'm so proud of you. Give him a big cuddle and give him a kiss on the cheek. I said, I'm so happy. He said, I'm married and all that now. And I said, I'm so happy for you, son. I'm so happy. So it was over the moon to see him, you know, because it was like he's one of them could go this way, that way with him. So all that confidence I given him, taught him all them years, he ended up being in the army, still in the army. I was there doing really well, but it's nice to help kids in it, and they never forget kids when you're good with them. That's what one of the kids, Baker, said. He said, you're fucking bullying Brian Cockerill. He said, he helped me when I was a child and my brother. He helped us, he fed us and took us in. And you're fucking calling Brian Cockerill, he's a fucking legend. And he chased him up the fucking high street in Stockton. He's just a horrible cunt. Horrible. It's like when you bully kids as well. If you bully them, they're never always going to be the kid. They end up being grown men and they never forget because you bullied the dad or whatever and they come back. And that's what happened with Paul Sykes. He was bullying all the kids. He used to make them stand on the table, on the pool table, in the pubs and sing nursery rhymes, hickory dickory dock. The mouse ran up the clock and everyone was, all the mummy and dads would be crying. The sisters and the brothers could be like a Toby Carberry place. And that's how dirty bastard Sykes used to make them. If you don't get on there, I'm going to knock you out. They were petrified. The whole place was petrified of him. So what happened, all the people put a petition in. Thousands signed it to get him out. He was walking in the Tesco's and weeing all over the bread in the area. I was the one when they baked it. He was going out himself to drinks and getting food and stuff and just taking the fucking piss out of people. And he used to walk around the park saying, give a blowjob to young lads. You gives one of them. You come on with bend over album, yeah, all that stuff. So the whole people all put a petition in and he got fucking bad out of the city for 2 years. But he broke the order and he come back with the ASBO and he got 2 years in jail instead. So he said he was the fastest swimmer in the world. So I said to him, Mark Spitz was, he broke 7 world records in 1972. No, it would have easy beat him. I said, what, Olympic world champion, fastest swimmer in the world, fastest swimmer ever, and broke 7 world records in a week in the Olympics. You're talking shit, Jamie. So he said, oh, Paul Sykes is the best swimmer. I said, right, let's get this right. This is where you don't do due diligence. You're a fucking idiot. So Paul Sykes is the fastest swimmer in the world. When did you see Rock or Steve Shannon? When did you ever see a fucking prison with a fucking swimming pool in it? So where did he do his training to be the fastest swimmer in the world? He was in jail for 22 years out of 24, I think it was, or 23 years out of 22 years out of 24, I think it was, or 21 years out of 24. So where did he do his training in the jail? Well, there's no swim pools. There's no swim pools in the jail, you silly bastard. You don't have to talk some shit, boy. The cack that comes out of your mouth. Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper was from Middlesbrough. He left the fucking, he had a bag with these details in. He put it on a clipper ship going to Middlesbrough. Now, what any honest fucking murderer would put his own name on the bag saying, "My name's Tommy Smith. I live at 22 Borough Road, TS5 369," and leave it in the bag with the knife, the scalpel, and everything else. He said, "I found where Jack the Ripper's from." He went down to London. He did a 1-hour Ripper tour. The brainiest people in the world: MI5, MI6, CIA, FBI, Metropolitan Police. All of them had a go. For 144 years, this mystery of Jack the Ripper has never been solved. But Jamie Boyle, Emma said, our national treasure, went to London on a 1-hour Ripper tour and came away and found out who Jack the Ripper is. Fucking round the bend. So I said, well, what is his name? She hasn't divulged it because he's fucking full of shit. He's round the bend. He went, I have written more books and sold more books than J.K. Rowling. She's worth about fucking £600 million. Please hit the like buttons. Freedom's telling you. I'm going just now anyway, guys. I'm fucking knackered. So thank you for listening to me rambling on tonight. Just getting all that shit out of me. And I feel great now because I feel like I'm not going to jail. I never knew I was going to go to jail. I mean, fucking come on. The taxman going to jail for fuck. I'm going to have to go overstay and fucking shoot someone or something to get me charges. Shoot someone or something today so I can get me charges knocked up. I can't go in jail saying, what, you ain't going taxman? Malicious communication. I look like a fucking divvy, wouldn't I? I look like a fucking, like a, what do you call it? A fucking, I can't even know where I'm looking for. Fucking what you're in for. Britain's hardest informer, most powerful informer. What you're in jail for? Malicious communication. It's fucking embarrassing. Can you knock it up a bit, officers? Can you get me for something else? Fucking I'll be laughing stock in the fucking jail. What's in attempted murder, armed robbery, drugs? No, malicious communication. Fucking hell. Yeah. The old BMW, I didn't like BMs, mate. I had a 6351. It looked like it was like a silvery colour, and it was fucking lovely. But it was an old type. And Franklin, that's the prison, yeah. That's the Franklin Franklin was the prison where they came from. The screws, yeah. Big mufti scouts, mufti squad. They used to give people like Axel and stuff like that, like a drug, knock you out. Right, guys, I'm going to go. Thanks, Steve. Anytime you want to pop and see us, Steve, I'm in. Just down the road from us, so God bless you all. Still 72 on. I feel awful leaving, but I'm fucking shattered, guys. So thank you so much. But the ones who are 73 on here, please do me a massive favour. Before you go, you just hit the like buttons. See if we can get up to 100 likes tonight. It would be marvellous. We're on 53, so there's 73 people on. If you just push the like button, which is a thumbs up, it helps us with the channel. And remember the plastic with the old rotten BMWs didn't have no petrol. Yeah, the BMs I've never rated them. I think the Audis are a lot better. I think they're better engines. I've had the 750 BM. They were a nice car, but they're just not as good as the I had the 3 Series BMW. That was shit. I didn't like. They were good cars, but they were not. I liked the Cosworths were miles better to drive for me. The Ghost of Paul Sykes, yeah, putting the willies up and round the fucking twist. So the Ghost living in his house, he said, of Paul Sykes, because he went to a do and his sister couldn't stay with him. Paul Sykes' sister stayed at Jamie's house for 2 weeks, and in that 2 weeks, he said, the glass moved like that on the table. Then another glass moved. He went, so then I went, wow. Oh, you're drama queen. Wow. Paul Sykes ghost in my house. So he said, next minute, all of a sudden, sat there, and my typewriter went, like poltergeist, typing, it's me, Paul Sykes from the grave, Jamie, write my book. And I'm looking at him on the Jimmy O show, and you're fucking round the bend. Then he went, all of a sudden, I've got no bell in my house, but ding, 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 round one, the bell went. And everyone's on the thing, giggling, laughing, and Jimmy's laughing, I'm laughing, and he goes to the toilet tin for to get some more shit up his nose. When he's in there, he said, he's fucking on the bend, he's twisted, he's fucking mentally deranged. So he was told everyone the ghost of Paul Sykes lived in his house for 2 weeks, and he got a priest in a Spirita Sante. They went in and got an exorcism, and got rid of this ghost of Paul Sykes. But I thought he was your best friend. I think he might have been putting the willies up here when you were in that house when you were asleep, and that's why you love him. But he said when he was on the when we were up in Newcastle, if there's a part in the movie, can I play the part where I play the part where Paul Sykes bums me in the cells in the prison, and then Stephen says, "Went get a fucking over in that corner away from us." So he went in the corner. He went, "I've got bigger fish to fry," and ran out of the building. What a fucking weirdo he is. Come on, guys, push the like buttons. 72 still on. Come on, guys, get up to 60. 5 more pushes. 5 more push-ups. Franklin's a rough deal, yeah. But when Dave Thomas, the one who we was bullying, Lee Duffy's best friend, he went in there and he did all the electronics expert, computer expert. He did all the cameras, and he was in there and he said, "Oh, who's the worst person?" He said, "Oh, we've got one called Paul Sykes. I've heard of him. He's supposed to be wrong." And he went, "He's a proper dirty bastard." He said, "He's not just having sex with young lads. He'd have them with anyone." So then he said in another prison, I think it was Liverpool, was Peter Fury who had the interview with his fighter, which is Savannah Marsh. I might get Savannah back on. What a lovely lady she is. She was heavyweight champion of the world, and then she lost the title to that Clarissa Shields, which is no embarrassment. And now she's the middleweight champion of the world. Two belts she's got. So she said, "Next time I'll come on, I'll bring the belts with us. So I'm going to get her on again. I'm going to start getting people on again because I'm definitely getting better now. But I can't get too better, of course." Yeah, knock the shark out with it. No, what he was trying to say, he said, punch the shark in the ear and it'll swim away. But sharks don't. They have ears, but they're inside the cranium. So our ears are outside the cranium. Cranium's inside your head. So sharks are in the inside. So you can't punch it in the ear hole because it has got an ear hole. So therefore, they're like sonar. They're inside the head. So he's absolutely full of fucking shit. He just talks shit. And he never swam. No, there's no sharks in them waters. They're called shark-infested waters because they look like little baby sharks like that, tiny little things. And you've seen Sykes on there. When he used to come on at 4 and 5 in the morning drunk, he'd bring prostitutes on, pay them to sleep with pay them to sleep with his missus, and then bring young boys home and he would sleep with them and make them fucking sleep with the young boy after he'd been with them. Tough, a weirdo. And he was telling me tinfoil. He went, when his sister was telling me something, he said when she was at my house and the ghost was there, they had a seance or something. So they had a seance. She went to a seance and they went, "Oh, you've got a man has been in your life all your life. He's like a big grill. He's got big hands. He's really strong, black hair, but he did some horrific things to you when you were a child, and you can't forgive him. But I don't want to say what he did. But do you understand what he said? Yes, my brother Paul Sykes." So then she said, "I can tell you what he done." He said, "This is Jamie telling the story on Jimmy O." So he knew what he was. So she turned around and said, "How he used to come to my bedroom every time he was home and sexually abused me and raped me. Sexually abused me and raped me." I was like, I was going to be sick. I was back because I was thinking, "You fucking animal." So I said to him, "So you knew all along?" He went, so on there, he said to Jimmy O, he said, "What she told me," I said, "I can't put that in the book." I thought, yeah, I know you can't. Because if somebody read that, they'd think, "Why am I reading this book?" And I thought to myself, then I thought, "You fucking horrible fucker. You knew all along he was raping kids and his own sister, and you still written a book about a horrible, evil man like that." So I just can't understand you. Just can't understand it. I can't understand paedophiles, mate. I just can't work them out. Because you see a little kid and you think, "Oh, look at that poor little kid." You see them screaming, "Fucking shoot, you little cunt," and you're laughing. And you see the kids playing, you can hear them all lad giggling, laughing outside, playing football and playing on the swings. You can hear the kids, it's great to hear them. It's like they're sitting in the beds, whistling and stuff. And you think, "Oh, sitting them kids playing, having a great time." And then to some dirty bastard take the kid away and sexually abuse them and rape them and leave them scarred for life or murder them. He thinks that's funny. He put up Fred West and Rose West are the best mum and dad in the world. That's just like behaviour of a psychopath. Complete psychopath, that's what he is. Come on, guys, hit the like buttons. We're getting to there. Fucking hell, you've only hit one person, only push the like button. Come on, guys, push the like buttons. Corned beef or some eating wood. Funny. I can't have corned beef. No, corned beef. I used to like corned beef hash. Emma makes it brilliant. Emma makes the best corned beef hash you've ever. When you come, I'll get it to do for you. It's fucking marvellous. Peter DeVox. I'll beat you in your wheelchair. No fucking problem, Peter. I'll blow you off the road. Mine's all souped up. I've never used mine for fucking ages. I used it when I was hospital to get back and forth. I've been walking now, but yeah, good night, Wayne. I only come on because of you. You, Rock, and Peter, and was I can't remember his name now. Fucking hell, was it? I hope you come on, he said. Peacock, Tony Peacock. We in Corrado fight freedom. Night freedom, yeah. I'm going to go now, definitely. Fucking I'll be on for 3 hours. 3 hours. I think I never had it. I fucking had no to do. I'll just wait a bit. Hope me yet. Hope for me yet, he's saying, Rock. You could come to ours anytime, Rock. I'll be over yours anyway, Rock. I'm fucking next couple of months or so. When the weather's a bit better. I was going to go over there today, mate. Chris Howells, the real your nightmares, Papa. Well, luckily he didn't pull the real your nightmares. He fucking made him ill. He said, "The cunt's cloned me," and he was like, he said, "I fucking don't like it." He said, "Because people are starting to believe." And I said, "Well, that's what he does. He gets people to believe that black is white, green is yellow, purple is orange." He's around the fucking bend. I mean, he's got a shark, right? Great whites are about 2.5 ton, 3 ton, which is bigger than a normal car, right? They're about 20 feet long. So he's got Paul Sykes with a shark with his arm around it, like you carry something in your arm like that. How would he get his arm around the shark when his arm's not long enough to go around it and hold it? How can you hold a 2.5 ton shark, which is 2 tons, 2,200 pounds? So it's 4,000. You're talking nearly 8,000 pound shark. How the fuck can you pick an 8,000 pound shark up? Talks a fucking load of shit. But he doesn't think, you see, and he hasn't got a brain because he doesn't work things out, and that's how he gets caught out, because he talks shit. When you psychoanalyze it all, you can tell it's off him. Like every time he puts a comment out, I know it's him. Credibility, Brian. Yes, that's the one. Credibility, mate. Practice swim. Yeah, where would you fucking practice swim with a shark? Exactly, mate. Maybe the ghost. Maybe he's on the back of the ghost. The ghost on the back of the shark. Paul Sykes on the back of the ghost, having a threesome. Get up, the shark. The fucking shark fucking shit itself. Yeah, Paul Sykes. Fucking, he's on the fucking bench. He always said that was it. He had the record. He squatted more than anyone in England in Durham. He squatted 250s each end, which is 200 pounds, and a bar and a 35. It was about 300 pounds. I could fucking curl that for fucking 20, 30 reps. I went, Jamie, that's not heavy. He went, well, it is. I said, he went up to something like 400 pounds. The bar, but he was only going down about 4 inches. Doing that like a little squat. But that's not a squat. I said, I've got a one where I'm doing nearly 800 odd pounds on it. And I told him about the one where I've got the 720s each end I've got on, and collars, I think it was. 7.5 20s each end, 322 key. He's going, oh, Paul Sykes could have done that. But no, he couldn't have, because it was over 700 fucking pounds. You just talk a load of shit, Jamie. You've never trained in your life. Look at the state of your physique. Look at all the pictures of when you were a kid. You've got no physique. You look like you reminds me about him. You remember Kess, the kid who was on the goal, Billy Casper, the little skinny legs he had, and the big pot belly. That's what he is. Never had a fight in his life. Never been in the ABAs. That's all shite. Never ever been in there. All he's done, he had 3 sparring sessions, and he got knocked out. He got not knocked out. He got battered in one. He hit one below the belt in one, and he got knocked out in another one off Abdullah, which is a lad from Doggy, we know. Punched him all over. Right, I'm definitely going to go to the 3 hours. Been class tonight, like, I don't know how I've done it. I'm glad I come on anyway, guys. Thank you for listening to me. Don't know what we'll talk about something else tomorrow. We'll talk about training and stuff. Whatever you want to talk about. So we're going to leave that now, because we've got enough now on him. So that's him being put to bed. Now things will pop up now, and then we can talk about. But we'll start doing some good videos now. I might even get Steve standing on here if anyone knows him. I might get him on about the old days. That'd be good. I'll tell what it was like in Groveville, what it was like when being a kid, what was it like? Needing like Duffy, because he'd be good on EST because he knows all the old schools, the people and that. Be class. Right, guys, thanks for listening to me. I'm off because my wife wants me to. Well, she's probably fucking kicking me out, I think. I talk to you more than my wife. She's saying, I know you fucking do. Oh, what the fuck have I done here? I can't get off after that one. Yeah, I'm getting good. My hands are getting better. Yeah. Oof. Should have went off that. Oh, I just keep pushing it down. I can't. My hands are so fucking weak. Off.